It's a great day to be alive this Tuesday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and we are live from Lady Jane's. It is grand opening week right here, 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. And listen, the first 94 customers receive a free haircut. Plus, they can register to win VIP Milwaukee baseball tickets and 500 doll hairs on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee. You can see the 500 in my hand. Would you like to pass it around and see what it's like?
Ooh, my hands start, itching when I get money in it.
I probably should have given them to Kyle because we need to give them. So I trust Brad with our finances of KBN Nation. You are the official accountant of our show.
Oh, it just feels good. That feels good to have 500 cold ones in your hand right here.
You'll be treated like a VIP here. I've already experienced that. And live on the air at 2:30, Ben Brust, will be getting a haircut at Lady Jane's. Walk in anytime, open 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it is wicked awesome. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, we're all together, live on site here. Alex Strofe run the show. You, KBN Nation, can get in 800-990-3776. Or like I mentioned, you can watch the haircut at 2:30, or you can watch us all show long on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. But to my right is what was Brad being a big celebrity on Monday is a bigger celebrity, Kyle Wallace, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Gallivanting the White House grounds. Kyle Wallace, welcome back from Washington, D.C.
Oh, thank you. Proud to be back, to be with my fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans. That's all you got for us?
Oh, no. I feel good, man. I'm a new man. I'm refreshed, man. I love every
Do you feel highly distinguished?
I'm not going to lie. I did feel very distinguished in the way that they were talking to me, like the media folks. They treated me with a lot of respect, fellas.
If only I knew your emotional Packer swings.
I had to keep that. Actually, there was a guy there who did say, "Oh, you from Milwaukee? You a Packer fan?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I was at that Tampa Bay game. We got you.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Did you slap him?
No, I said, "Yeah, you right. Y'all did."
Slap him in the White House.
Yeah, the Secret Service would get on him.
So, Kyle, I have a question for you. Jordan Love, QB1 of the Green Bay Packers. Would you say you're a fan of his?
I would say I'm a pretty big fan of Jay Love.
If you had the choice, now after going to the White House, first off, White House. Is it overhyped, hyped?
It's more of the mystique in the
prestige.
Field. Yeah, that you feel. I mean, the house is a small house. I think the Nortman estate
the Nortman estate is bigger than the White House?
Should it relocate to the Nortman estate?
It may. I see why the presidents don't like staying there all the time. It's not. It's a big house. Don't get it tripping. Don't get it twisted. But it wasn't like this elaborate, big old, amazing mansion. The yard is fantastic, though.
How was the food?
Oh, come on now. Let me tell you something about the White House food was like MPS food. Let me not say
that. Wow.
Because the kids at MPS get fed very well. But I'm going to say public school. I don't know how private school food, but when I was at Whitefish Bay, that public school food was not the best. It was like public. They had us eating
it's like
chips.
Cafeteria food?
They had us eating chips. Matter of fact, they sent the email, said, bring a water bottle, bring something to eat. I said, what is this? They had chips, but I did get some chocolate.
As we do a show on ESPN Wisconsin, when I think about Bristol, Connecticut, the headquarters of ESPN, I think about the This Is Sports Centers commercials where you see the cafeteria, you see the stands. I figured there'd be a carving station,
an
omelet station.
They fed us hot dogs, beef hot dogs.
No. Whoa.
We had
that's as American as it gets.
Listen.
That's like bottom shelf American.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a cookout. Give me a hamburger or something, or give me a little piece of a steak, but they had chips. They did have free alcohol. So
boy, I tell you what, I know we're running a big deficit, but that seems like a big budget cut to say, you know what, the food, we're just going to go as low as we possibly can.
No, America's broke. Based off my experience there, I was eating the same little bag of chips.
Broke.
Same little bag of chips that we can eat here, get from the store. Wasn't nothing special about that. I was having the same Doritos.
Okay, so at least a brand name bag of chips. It wasn't like
the word brand name bag of chips. They did take the They took the label off the water, though. They did do that. I don't know.
No kidding.
I don't know, because some of it's going to be on camera for when we did some stuff. There was some media there. So
wow.
I don't know. But
that's a letdown.
Yeah, I was like, this is a shame. I thought I was going to be treated like a king.
So that leads me to my next question. Kyle Wallace, we were brainstorming. What do we know about Kyle? If you had the opportunity to go to the White House and not meet the president, no matter who the president is, or spend an entire day with Jordan Love, which would you choose?
Oh, I'm going to the White House.
I'm going to. You ain't no Packer backer.
I'm going to do with Jordan Love all day. Like, I'm going to hang out with him and fanboy. Like, listen, give me 2 hours with Jordan Love to kick it, talk, and chill. But here's the thing about me. I told you, I'm no new friends. I don't like new people like that. So
even Jordan Love.
Oh my God!
What is
Jordan Love says, "Hey, Kyle, I really like the work that you do. You're a growing black man in the community, in the sports community."
A 25-year-old told me I'm a growing black man, but continue.
Oh, you get where I'm going. I'm just trying to hype you up. I look up to the way that you handle business.
There we go. Hey, now you're talking my language. You look up to me.
I think we might have a lot in common. I'd love to hang out with you for the day, show you around, my life.
What if he takes you inside Lambeau, right? Like where people can't get to?
You have all access 24/7 with Jordan Love versus going to the White House and just gallivanting like you did yesterday, eating hot dogs and bringing your own water bottle.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't do it for the likes, but I will say your boy had a lot of views on his social media yesterday. 300 plus. It was a record.
Oh wow!
It was a record for me. So you know what? I think Jordan Love will give me love, but
who would give you more love? Packer fans seeing you with Jordan Love or people seeing you at the White House?
That is, you know what, man, you guys are tugging at me in two different directions that I love, but yet having all day with Jordan Love where we actually had an itinerary, because again, I can't just hang out with somebody.
You're hanging out, like you're going through the 1265.
He's rolling out the red carpet.
You're shaking hands, kissing babies. You and Goody are best friends.
Okay,
Mark
we
Murphy,
just chopping it up?
Yeah, it's a day chopping it up with Jordan Love, all access, Kyle Wallace and Jordan Love, or just a day gallivanting, eating hot dogs and bags of chips at the White House.
I mean, I did do that already, so I can't.
You have some context.
Check off my list. But I would probably I do actually think about Jordan Love and having access to Jordan Love and what that could open up for content-wise, and also what could
you're
open
angling.
About the show.
What he's doing is angling. He's not a true Jordan Love fan.
I'm a Jordan Love fan.
He's utilizing Jordan Love in this opportunity to get a VIP treatment.
Yeah, isn't that what we're trying to do?
I just thought you were going to be boys and have relationships. He'd text you after games. What'd you see, Kyle?
Don't you want that?
You're never going to talk to anybody.
Time out. If Jordan Love is texting me after the games of what I saw, then Jordan Love is not going to be a good quarterback. Because I'm going to tell you this now, bro, I don't know. He jumped in front of the pass. Like, what am I supposed to tell you? Y'all really thought I would rather – I like Jordan Love. I do. But
No, you don't. Kyle Wallace continues to prove that he's a fraudulent Packer fan, a anti-Jordan Love guy. It's true. Look, he said Brett Favre is his favorite Packer of all time, and he is showing his true colors today.
I think this is just a shame. I come back from having this high of highs, and y'all put me on the spot, ask me, do I want to go to the White House, or do you want me to hang out with Jordan Love all day? Listen, I don't like people like that. So me having to hang out with Jordan Love all day, making it forced, I don't know if I'll be comfortable doing that. Is he going to feed me better than hot dogs?
I should hope so.
All right, well, I mean, that is, I love free food.
Take you to the finest establishments in Green Bay. Kyle, I thought it was going to be a far and away Jordan Love in Green Bay. I mean, I get that the White House has its mystique and all that, but this is before I even heard they just fed you hot dogs and bags of chips.
Before I even knew the experience. And
everything about it sounds...
He said it was MPS food.
I did not say that.
You sure did.
No, I did not say. I said public school food. We ain't going to single out MPS. We're going to say public schools.
Daniel chimes in.
It sounds underwhelming.
Daniel chimes in 800-990-3776. If you could have a VIP experience with Jordan Love or visit the White House and not meet with any president, whoever it may be, Daniel says visiting the White House seems like a huge waste of time. And I kind of, in this scenario, would agree.
You don't gain too much because eventually whoever's in the White House is going to be gone, where Jordan Love is going to be here for the next decade.
Tony chimes in, fraud. Love over the White House any day. Packer backer, more like Packer poser. Kyle Wallace continuing to show his true colors.
Oh, wow.
Well, it seems like the White House seems like a very just like stiff and sterile environment. I mean, you must have been just completely I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to use the word frisk, but like you must have been like the security must have been extreme. To where like it just probably always felt tense in the White House.
It was very extreme. You had to get chaperone to the bathroom.
Sniper on the roof.
And actually, there was a sniper on the roof. There sure was during the concert. I was like, "Ooh, look at that! He has a gun. All right, well, I feel protected." Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like a vibe.
No,
Thank you for grabbing that, Ben.
Thank you. Was that whose hair was that?
I don't know.
That's probably my girl hair. That's what that is. That's my lady.
It better be, or it better be from Lady Jane's, where we're live in Oak Creek for the grand opening here, 8880 South Howell Avenue. First 94 customers receive a free haircut, plus a register to win VIP baseball tickets. And where did the 500 go?
I got it over here.
Oh, nice.
It's on display. It's on display.
Yep. Very good.
Wait,
very good.
It felt right by me. I just couldn't.
Well,
I couldn't
blocked
let it,
by the graphic. Brad.
I couldn't let it
Come
shift
on,
back
man.
over. Well, you can put it over by your side, Ben.
You're
big money, Ben.
I will be leaving this area to get a haircut live on the radio at 2:30. You can see our polls on Twitter at KBN ESPN. There's a couple of options that we put out there: a Cristiano Ronaldo, a J.J. Watt bad haircut, a Rob Gronkowski, or a David Beckham. Continue the voting there, as I will be getting a haircut.
First 85, huh?
First 90.
First
94.
94. Oh, wow. That's
94.5.
fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Can y'all answer the question? Would you rather hang out with
Jordan Love? Jordan Love. I want to. What we do every day, our life is to our lives and our life is to know the ins and outs of what we talk about. Getting to know Jordan Love on a personal level, going through 1265 where I'm not welcomed would be awesome to start having great relationships with people.
But this does not mean you have a friendship with him. It just means you.
No, it could develop into that because I'm a very likable person. You guys, you guys are doing this thing. You guys off air, you're like, oh Ben, I'm so happy to be a part of your life. You guys say that every day.
Wait a minute, likable person. You are legitimately banned from 1265.
I am not legitimately banned.
I truly believe there is like a most wanted poster wall, and Ben has got to be somewhere in the top 5.
Ben's not allowed in the first area.
It's like Ben and Jay Cutler, and like who else is in the most wanted in Lambeau Field?
Why would Jay Cutler be most wanted? They want him back with the Bears.
I mean, that's true.
He was the 12th player on the field for them.
Who do you
Brad,
think
are you
is
also Jordan?
less welcome at Lambeau Field? Is it Devondre Campbell or Ben Brust?
Oh, Ben Brust. Ben Brust.
Yeah, because
Ben
at least he wore the G.
He did. He actually contributed to them. You have
Did
contributed
he?
nothing. Yeah, he did.
Played
He was
Olay and
all-pro
run
once.
defense.
Yeah, he was an all-pro. You were just an all.
laid the run defense.
All schmo.
Yeah, just a guy. Just nobody they want. They really don't. I'm telling you, you're banned from there.
800-990-3776. Would you rather get a VIP tour with Jordan Love up in Green Bay or go to the White House to eat crap food and experience a small venue, as Kyle Wallace called the White House small?
Well,
wow.
when we discussed
These are your
this,
words again. Fraud.
I was going to go with the White House. I think I still will.
That's my boy.
He
he loves America. Ben doesn't. We love America.
I've already been inside Lambeau.
I got an
I've already been
American-
inside a locker room. Like I don't think Jordan Love could knock my socks off enough to where I wouldn't go to the White House. But after you're describing this, it sounds like a chore.
Brad,
It
you
sounds
can't go to the White House. You had your chance. You lost Super Bowl 50.
Oh,
you would have went to the White
man.
House if you won Super Bowl 50. You lost. You're banned from the White House.
I'm banned from the White House. Any Super Bowl runner-up, not only do you not get to go, you're never allowed in.
Yeah, you
Wow.
had your chance. You didn't do good enough for the president to deserve your presence.
Maybe I'd have like PTSD then. Maybe I should avoid the White House
You just
I
looked
would
at the
think
Lombardi
about
Trophy and couldn't handle that.
it would be like Borat. You'll never get these. You'll never get these.
Calling your name, Brad. The
Look
White
at that.
House. It's calling your name.
Kyle, why you look so awkward in that picture?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your hands?
Well, because I was by myself and the other guy was taking the picture and I didn't really know what he was doing.
800-990-3776 live from Lady Jane's as David chimes in. It's love all the way. I met Brett as a kid. Thanks to ESPN, I got to do a fantasy football draft hosted by Aaron Rodgers. I'd love to hang out with our next Hall of Fame quarterback. That is real. And Kyle continuing to get called out.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to? Oh, hey, Jordan. I just love the way you throw. I'm a grown man. What am I going to do? I'm just going to be all lover and slobbing over this man?
But
you do every day.
But you're a likable guy.
On the
You'd
air.
be able
I
to
do it-
strike a friendship, right?
Listen, it wouldn't be genuine. I don't make new friends, fellas, so it wouldn't be very genuine.
I did find this funny. Jason chimes in the 708. Kyle Swallis, I don't know why.
Oh, wow. What is that? What is he trying to say?
Just admitted on air that if Jordan Love called him after a game and asked him what he saw, he wouldn't have any idea what to tell them. Isn't that his job? And that is exactly what I
How
thought.
am I supposed to tell an NFL? I'm saying if Jordan
You're
Love
supposed
called
to tell
me,
KBN Nation and ESPN Wisconsin every Monday what you're seeing.
I can tell them what I'm seeing, but what I look like telling Jordan Love. If Jordan Love is asking for
If Jordan Love asked me, you know what? I'd be prepared to tell him exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, and then we will go and lose next week while he throws multiple interceptions.
I would be concerned if Jordan Love is asking any of us for advice.
And he's
on how to play
thrown a pass
quarterback.
in the NFL.
That's right.
Completed.
As a chef, I'm disappointed in the food that they gave you, that Chef Ed. 800-990-ESPN. Live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. Come get a free haircut and a chance to win $500 in Milwaukee baseball tickets. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We revisit some polls that we put out earlier before the show. I guess you can't revisit something you didn't talk about. We're going to visit those polls and those pictures of people that I am going to get a potential haircut like. I vote Cristiano Ronaldo. They say they can do something sick with my hair, even though it's thin and it's got no character. But we'll work on that and talk about it next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
I'm near tears.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I still am in shock that I was asked what my baby was fed. Shout out to Diana McGuanago. Formula or breast milk or breastfeeding. I will get back to you via email, Diana. So pour one out to no more breast milk talk on KBN.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
And he's got a bunch of little yellow things falling all over his table. He's more Tausch. Tausch, okay over there?
So, typically you see, those helicopters that spin off trees. I thought that's what these were, but these look like if Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was having cornflakes.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Sunday. It's racing season at the legendary Great Lakes Dragaway, and our schedule of events is ready. We've still got our yearly holiday weekend races like Labor Day weekend, plus Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, and Night of Fire. You can also book corporate and private events. Take advantage of our season-long passes and even schedule a time to take your car down the legendary quarter mile. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for pricing and info. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. The grand opening of the newest Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek is here. Stop today between 2 and 5 as we broadcast live from Lady Jane's. Free haircuts for the first 94 people. Lady Jane's, Oak Creek on Howell Avenue. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
After leaving Philadelphia early last week, being swept for the first time this season, the Brewers traveled to Detroit. They took care of the Tigers in 2 out of the 3 games, including a 10-0 blanking on Friday.
1-2. And that's poked through the left side into left field for a base hit. Perkins will trot home. An RBI single for Terang. It's 10-0 Brewers.
A 6-game homestand for the Crew this weekend as they welcome the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cincinnati Reds to town as they look to keep pace as first place holders in the NL Central.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
The Vollrath Company implemented a DocuWare content management solution from James Imaging Systems. Vollrath Director of Information Systems, John Sharp.
They've helped us upgrade from a previous version of our document management to automate our accounts payable processes, to store the invoices, to the three-way match, and really streamline those processes.
In addition to a DocuWare content management solution, the key to continued success is the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
And as an extension of our team, they've got intimate knowledge of why we've done some of the things that we do. And when we run into any issues, they're there to support us.
A DocuWare content management solution from the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
They know exactly where we are in our project cycle so that we've always got continuous improvement.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Bella Kane takes the stage this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open Wednesday at 6. Bella Kane starts at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday.
Grab a Coke and grab some cash with a Coca-Cola Summer Cash Grab, only from Quick Trip. Play daily in your Quick Rewards app for a chance to win up to $250,000. Earn extra chances to enter by purchasing any qualified Coke, Monster Energy, Powerade, Body Armor, Smart Water, or Core Power Elite products with Quick Rewards. Summer just got a whole lot cooler with Quick Trip and Coca-Cola. No purchase necessary. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
This is Kyle Brust in Nortman, KBN, live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek for their grand opening on 94.5 ESPN.
I went big over the weekend. I didn't win, but I'll put it in there. I decided, you know what, with Underdog Fantasy, you know what, I'm going to go more than 2. I'm going to go more than 3. I'm going to go more than 4. I did 7 picks. I put $10 down and win $378. It didn't hit. I hit 4 of the 7, but that is okay. I got right back in the game, and you can as well with the Underdog Fantasy app. The NBA season is almost coming to a close. There is no better time than to try to win big money. Yes, up to 100 times your money with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Here's how it works. You pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You select higher or lower those player stats, and if your picks hit, you can win big. Yes, up to 100 times your money. So go to their easy-to-use mobile app or visit UnderdogFantasy.com to sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick'em entry plus a deposit offer. Make sure you use promo code KBN. Remember, it must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. The grand opening is this week. 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. The first 94 customers will receive a free haircut, Milwaukee baseball tickets, a chance to win those, and $500 hairs. You'll be treated like a VIP. I've already experienced that myself. You look at the seats, you look at the products, you look at everything going on. It is amazing in here. I mean, I showed up early so I could get the hair washed and dried.
Wait, you got your hair washed?
Well, I wore a hat today because I knew I was getting a haircut, and then I went and got the full-service treatment. Ooh. Anna was amazing, taking care of me. I believe Kiki is going to give me the best haircut that I've ever given.
Me?
I know, that's exactly. I'm sure she's gotten that a million times. Kiki, do you love me?
How great is it to get your hair washed? Is that not like one of the greatest things that can happen?
You just sit back, relax, and then not only do you get the hair, they start doing the rub thing, and the scalp rub.
Yeah,
that's the best.
It really is.
How many times we ask for a scalp rub? Are you getting it at home?
Never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never.
And whether it be that, between that and the other favorite part of a haircut for me is when they shave the neck. I feel like that scratch, scratching the itch on the back of the neck just feels so good.
Am I getting this all gone too? You can make me clean?
Yeah, I mean, Ben, because you look a little disheveled.
I
mean, a plain white tee.
Well, I wore a different shirt, but it was a hoodie, and I can't get a haircut with a hood.
I see.
I do look disheveled right now.
Yeah.
I got the white t-shirt.
These lovely ladies have their work cut out for them.
The scruffy beard, the hair that just got washed and dried with no product.
Well, we get the before and after.
Yeah, and so here's your
hobo to handsome.
Last chance for a submission of what you want my hair to look like.
From what?
Hobo to handsome.
I like that.
Hobo to handsome?
Is that offensive?
I've never heard that before.
I hope not. I want to get canceled.
If it is, I don't think they're listening.
Yeah.
800-990-3776, live from Lady Jane's Haircuts. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And right now on Twitter at KBN ESPN, you can see the 4 haircuts that we put out there. Cristiano Ronaldo, which I think since everything's 25, 25, 25, 25, it's split evenly.
Wow, is it really that evenly split?
It keeps being very variable close to that. Somebody put the J.J. Watt when he got made fun of for his bad haircut. There's a Rob Gronkowski because I look like his twin. And then there's a David Beckham, which I want to do, but I don't have long enough hair to pull off the David Beckham. So I think I'm going to go with the aggressive Cristiano Ronaldo. And then if I get the Ronaldo with the beard trim and everything there, I think Kiki may turn me from hobo to, what was it?
handsome. Hobo to handsome.
So Cristiano Ronaldo's goes straight buzz and then straight long hair, like a hard. Is that what you're gonna do, or you're gonna fade into it?
I'm letting them be the magic makers.
Yep, you're the canvas and they're the artists?
Correct.
Okay.
Blank canvas. And as Josh DiMaggio, producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy knows, his girlfriend has cut my hair many times.
Yeah.
He goes, how the hell are you going to sit in a chair? You are the person who points out you missed that hair.
Oh,
you
no.
Oh, you're that person?
I am that guy.
When you went to G's, did they do that?
Nah, G's, I was like, you just do what you want. I'm not going to do anything. G's Clippers in Milwaukee. But yeah, and I'm going to post a tweet at Ben Brust, the YouTube link to watch. I'll have AirPods in to continue to do the show. I'll be with you guys. We got some good sound from Brian Balaga. At 3 o'clock, we have Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, Mark Tauscher. But the haircut is going to be live with Kiki taking care of me. Any last thoughts or words of encouragement here to make me not embarrass the show, or because I am an annoying perfectionist when it comes to my hair.
Please do not embarrass us today in the sense of telling them how to do their job. These are very experienced individuals who know what they are doing. This is the grand opening, and they're just going to basically put on a great show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to second that. Nothing worse than telling the pro how to do their job.
I look forward to embarrassing you all.
Ben's the type of dude that tells a golfer, like a pro golfer. Did you tell the golfer that you golfed
read that? You read that green wrong.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
Actually, Paul Broadhurst finished 2 over. Didn't have a great AmFam championship, and he complimented our group's putting because we were nailing everything. He should have took advice from us. 800-990-3776. So I'm in a situation here where I'm excited to conversate because it's like middle of the day.
Conversate's not a word, by the way.
Yeah, I've done that
Converse.
a bunch. Converse. Yeah. So typically, there's been a rule that I've made, like for hair cutting, right?
Yeah.
You sit down and you ask the person, because they sometimes talk all day to people. They get sick of talking. If it's past 5 o'clock after work and I get a haircut, I just want to sit there and not talk to anybody.
Oh.
And you make that rule because they're like, fine, I can just focus on your hair. I don't want to talk to you anyways. But I actually want to conversate. I keep saying
hey, it's okay. Hey, we all know what you're trying to say. I used to say it too.
Get the full experience, and I am going to leave you guys right now. And on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, you will see Kiki give me the Cristiano Ronaldo as I look disheveled, as you said, with the white T-shirt, the scruffy beard, and hair that was just wash and dry.
You need like the pretty woman transformation, like the before and after. I expect you to come out looking like $1 million, especially here with the lovely ladies in charge at Lady Jane's.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. Stop by and get a free haircut, a chance to win $500, so much more. A great atmosphere. TVs at every area. When you get a haircut, there's a TV for you to watch, and then you get VIP service. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to take a break, go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. We're going to make me hobo to handsome. That's next on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Is that when I look at this, I love the fact that we do have Josh Jacobs, but let's be hesitant. We need to make sure that Josh Jacobs' best days aren't behind him and the best days are still in front of him because he has a lot of mileage on him already.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. So call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I told you to call and get an additional $250 off your next project. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, graduating high school seniors. You already know IKEA is your home for everything you need to make your upcoming college living experience great. Now, IKEA wants to help you celebrate your graduation with the 2024 IKEA Grad Bash. Join IKEA on June 22nd from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for fun activities, contests, giveaways, gifts, and more. Search the store with the Grad Bash scavenger hunt, grab a free hot dog, and uncover fun around every corner. Stop by IKEA Oak Creek on June 22nd for IKEA's Grad Bash.
Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? This is the best time for being outdoors, but not if your knees, your shoulders, back, or hips are hurting. Hey, this is Brad Nortman. Don't suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting joint pain relief. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your body's own ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue, so you can run, walk, hike, play golf, and move again, all pain-free. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of former orthopedic surgeon Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a true pioneer in regenerative medicine. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Wisconsin Harley-Davidson is ready to get you on the road for all your summer events this riding season. June 15th features a ride from Casper, Wyoming, benefiting Wisconsin Hero Outdoors. Then on June 22nd, Wisconsin Harley-Davidson will have 2 rides from Milwaukee and Iron Ridge, benefiting veterans and the Wisconsin Guardian Foundation. All proceeds go to the Next Guardian Service Dog and Veteran Community Project. For more info, visit wishd.com or find them on Facebook and search their events. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for 2, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 6-pack, 0.5-liter or mini can selected varieties Coke products, 4 for $17. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla pasta, 2 for $3. 5.5 to 8-ounce selected varieties Crystal Farms shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white milk, $3.99. Half-gallon Prairie Farms chocolate milk, $2.49.
Hey, why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 24th.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Gotta be real with it. Yeah. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always, KB. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always. Look, the new me is really still the real me. I swear you gotta feel me before they try and kill me.
Live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Stop on by 8880. How? Get there. It's brand new, grand opening, and I am currently sitting in a chair about to get a haircut from Kiki. In the break, found out my sister and her went to the same high school. What a small world. And now she's going to give me the best haircut of my life.
I hope she likes your sister.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, hold it down where the radio setup is. But if you want to see Kiki give the best haircut in the world, so I'm getting the Cristiano Ronaldo, and her first reaction is, you're going to look really bad. So if you want to see me look really bad, go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And Kiki, feel free to just rock and roll now. We're live on the radio at Lady Jane's here. But what is news is Jordan Love spoke at mandatory minicamps in the latest on his contract. So Stroper, let's hear from J. Love.
Tweet. Booty said,
yeah, we'd like to get Jordan deals done before starting training camp. Do you have a sense that things will pick up after this mini camp between now and July 22nd?
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, just what he said.
Are you optimistic that something could get done by then?
Yes.
What makes you optimistic?
This is what I've heard.
How have you handled this process in terms of, do you like to know what's going on and what's being said, or do you just try to disconnect from it?
What is that?
The process of what's going on in the contract negotiations.
Oh, yeah, I like being in the mix.
And that's that?
That's that. In short, yeah. It is.
We've yet to find
Jordan Love likes to be in the mix. Per himself at mandatory minicamps talking to reporters. I toss it over to my cohorts, Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace. Your reaction to Jordan Love on his recent talks about his contract?
Boy, my reaction when I hear that is he has been coached by his agent to say as little as possible. Almost like Jordan, try to play a game. Try to use literally as few words as you can possibly muster whenever talking about this. I mean, usually Jordan is so presidential, Kyle, in his reactions. He's not politically correct is the wrong word, but he is perfect in his delivery, in making sure that there's no drama being cast off and that his words can't be misconstrued. Man, right now, he is blunt. He's to the point. We heard a yes. We heard a, what are you talking about? We heard a, yes, I'd like to be in the mix. All very short so that nothing can be pulled out of what exactly is going on. But when I hear this, I think a couple things. One, he's been coached. I'm making sure that obviously he doesn't say much. But two, he doesn't sound very worried at all, Kyle. This sounds like a guy who is confident it's going to get done. That was a very declarative yes when asked, do you think something will get done by July 22nd? That's, of course, the start of Packers training camp. When they said, do you think it's starting to be done by then? He didn't say, I hope so, or it's trending that way. It was yes. That leads me to believe that things are exactly as they should be in Green Bay, and I'm not left with a whole lot of stress as minicamp breaks before training camp. That's something that's going to get done.
Yeah, as Packers fans, we should be excited. Bravo to Jordan Love for following the script as he's supposed to. He basically did what, like you said, Brad, what his agent told him. But when you listen to what he said, he gave you all the answers you want to hear as Packers fans. You want to hear him say, yes, basically, yes, I'm going to be here. Yes, I plan to get it done before a certain time. So us as Packers fans, we should be excited because that means that Jordan Love, it just shows how much he actually wants to be here. He doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't have a backup plan. He expects to be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, not only for this year, but for years to come. And this should be exciting for everybody because now you know exactly what you're looking forward to for the next 4 to 5 years here in Green Bay.
Well, and this is one interesting about Jordan Love, real quick, Ben, before I want to hear yours, is that when a lot can be revealed about the player and the person during these moments, because you're talking about someone's money here, right? You're talking about a life-changing situation, one of the rare times where they hold a sense of power and a sense of control over their own destiny and bargaining power. And Jordan Love isn't using any of that power for the negative, right? Nope. He's shown up at every event. He's continued to be a great ambassador for the team, a great leader, and he's saying all the right things. Short, which he obviously should be, but he's casting no drama. He's not doing anything out of the realm of what you would want your franchise quarterback to do. So it's reflective of Jordan Love. And, I mean, the dude can just, step in. He probably wants to say more. He would probably love to say, yeah, I deserve to be paid top 5, because that's who I believe. But he's not doing any of that. It's reflective of the kind of man and leader he is, which is all positive and all green for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I mean, Brad, I really like a couple things you said there. First and foremost, I think he had such a calm, quiet demeanor and confidence. Like, he handled everything perfectly. I was a little tough on him because I think the first time that we heard him speak about the contract, it was the first time we had to hear him talk, in a situation where, it was different and uncomfortable because this is real. This is money. But he continues to show up. He continues to do all the right things. And if you don't pay that man, you're going to look like the a-hole if you're the Green Bay Packers, because he's like, yeah, I'm in the mix. I think we're going to get done. I'm confident. I'm around. I'm doing all the right things that look, for anyone who's aspiring to be a QB1, he is literally giving you a blueprint on how to be great to the fan base, great to the organization, and great to himself all in one. Now, that can change if it all doesn't work out. but he gives you no doubt that it's not going to work out. So shout out to Jordan Love. And if you hear a buzz, I'm getting a haircut live at Lady Jane's Haircut as Kiki is making me look beautiful on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison's YouTube.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times as I'm glancing over. Kyle and I can see the back of your head right now, Ben. We're about 20 feet away from you. And Kiki's looking, the sides and back look outstanding. There's a couple of times I would look at her glance, her facial expression as she looked at your head, and it was a acquisitive look. Like, how am I going to approach this part? Now, she's a pro, and she's going to be able to do it, and she's continued to, but she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do about this part.
Yeah, we talked. I talked to Kiki and the staff. I have thin, boring hair. Thin, boring hair. I have no character up top. I have no flow. I got nothing. So she's working with thin hair, and she's trying to make me look good, which is the tough thing to do. So shout out to her and Lady Jane's for doing so.
Totally. And speaking about looking good, I mean, it's funny the way oftentimes, what do you think about the way that Rodgers and the Packers sort of had their breakup? Or there's time that there's negotiations with salary. There's usually a jostling for trying to look like the better person, right? Because you don't want the blame to be put on you, particularly with a quarterback situation. You want the fans mad at you. You don't want them mad at the player doesn't want the fans mad at the player, and the organization doesn't want the fans mad at the organization. Jordan Love he's not even trying to play that game. He's not even trying to be the person that, quote, looks like the better person in negotiations, and he is still being that. Because to me, if it gets to training camp and they haven't figured out a deal, I would have to blame the Green Bay Packers because he is doing everything right.
Here's the thing. Spoken like a guy that knows that the deal is done. That is exactly the way that Jordan Love spoke, and that's the exact way Goody spoke. The fact that they are on the same calendar and the same timeline and using the exact desired date to make sure they have it done, that just lets you know that he's confident that the deal is basically going to get done. And they're probably just cleaning up some final things. But, again, the deal is going to get done. And when it comes to the way they're going to look or anything like that, I think both of the organization and Jordan Love have handled this perfectly. Like, I think this is a match made in heaven. This is a match that the Green Bay Packers wanted, and it could not have gone any better from moving on from Aaron Rodgers into going to Jordan Love, and the fact that Jordan Love, when it came to this contract extension, he's all happy. He is going to be Mr. Green Bay, Mr. Wisconsin, Mr. Green Bay Packer starting in the next couple of weeks. Well, I guess a month from now.
800-990-3776. That's how you can get in the show, the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line. I'm getting a haircut live at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek for the grand opening. Stop on by for a free haircut. It is a no-brainer. I'm getting that VIP service that you can see right now on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And Kyle, after hearing this audio, do you change your answer at all? Is I think more American than ever, just middling more than any president's able to do right now, reaching Packer fans, reaching the organization. He's like the president of the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. Are you sure you would rather spend time at the White House than spend a whole day with Jordan Love?
Yeah, I mean, if Jordan Love give me free food and free drink, I think I may hang out with Jordan Love. And then we could talk a little bit football as well. But, no, I mean, Jordan Love is a great dude. I would love to hang out with him. I think it would be a great experience, but overall a great way to kind of get into the mind of Jordan Love and how he operates and how he can just stay so composed while pushing the team forward through adversity.
Can I just say that a couple days ago, last week, we talked about, Kyle, I want to be your friend. But you said, I'm not looking for any more friends. You're not my friend, Brad. I feel a little bit better today knowing that Jordan Love, not even Jordan Love, can pierce Kyle Wallace's friend circle. If Jordan Love isn't piercing it, then you know what? I feel better.
Well, because I keep it real. I keep it real. No fake friends, no new friends.
Brad, that is some real second-place energy. We work with him 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and you're letting Kyle Wallace influence you by not wanting to be friends with Jordan Love, someone he's never met. We spend every day with him, and he's choosing not to be friends with us because we're not good enough for him. And you know what? It's a one-way friendship, and it's starting to become a no-way friendship.
Well,
it's just a business-working relationship.
You should be excited as Brad is because Brad lets you know you're in the same aura as a man that's going to be a $55 million man. I don't discriminate against nobody. No new friends. Jordan Love, Brad, Nortman, or Ben Brust. It doesn't matter. No new friends.
What happens if you come across someone that's like really, really awesome and really, really likable?
You know what I say? I say, man, that's a good dude.
Brad.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Wait. Did you say, hold on. You say us or you say you? Let's just be very specific. You say us or you?
Us.
No, I know. He meant to say, that's you, Brad. That's you. Yes, Brad is a great example of somebody who's a good dude that I say, dang, I want to be more like Brad. But I mean,
so even if you want a new friend, even if you meet someone that you're like, man, I would love to be friends with this guy, you won't allow yourself.
Years old. What do you mean you want a new friend?
Yeah, you got a lot of life ahead of you, Kyle.
What do you want a new
be
friend
open
for?
to new relationships, new excitements, new adventures.
I got an announcement to make. I have an announcement to make. Kyle Wallace is officially on the 50-50 chance to make the wedding invite for the Brust wedding of 2025.
Dang! All because I didn't want to.
You speak truth. I speak truth.
You invite friends to your wedding.
Well, a 50-50 it is. I guess we'll find out next summer whether or not I'm there.
What I can tell you this, Kyle, he'll be more than a $55 million man. Because I saw my man Jordan Love out and about at the American Family Insurance Championship, a new brand ambassador. He joins the American Family team. We'll continue to talk about Jordan Love, but I want you to talk about why he chose American Family Insurance as a partner.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can talk about it, but everybody knows why he chose American Family Insurance. The same reason why so many people across Wisconsin, across the great United States choose American Family Insurance, because they are a dependable insurance company where they make life better with home policies. And also on top of that, they make sure you feel protected and you are able to enjoy your dreams. So whether you're building your own policy online, they're able to give you a quote. Whether it's an auto policy, they have you taken care of. From decorating a new nursery to hosting a family reunion in your backyard, American Family Insurance has your back. So remember, insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Products are not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Make sure you get with American Family Insurance.
Kyle talks about having your back taken care of with American Family Insurance. I'm getting the VIP treatment right now live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Getting the Cristiano Ronaldo haircut. Kiki said I'm going to look dumb. So if you want to see me look dumb, you can watch that on YouTube. But if you want to look beautiful and have a VIP treatment and have TVs and a great trim of the beard and a great haircut and VIP service, that's Lady Jane's in Oak Creek, 8880 Howell in Oak Creek. Come on down for a free haircut. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We continue to talk Jordan Love. We got Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? We got Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. No reason to go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kenny Chesney returns to Milwaukee on Saturday, June 22nd with the Sun Goes Down Tour at American Family Field. The country music superstar will be joined by the Zac Brown Band, Megan Maroney, and Uncle Cracker. The parking lot opens at 2 p.m. with the show starting at 5 p.m. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on 94.5 ESPN for your chance to win tickets to the show. Kenny puts on a heck of a show, and we want to send you to see it in person. Tune in this week for your chance to win 2 tickets during Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on 94.5 ESPN.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7- and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University, affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America. The best place in Elkhart Lake is America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Up next is the WeatherTech Chicago Region SCCA June Sprints at Road America on June 21st through the 23rd. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
Many people with unique homes reach out to Pella because our team of experts can customize windows and doors that match architecture from any era.
I love that I have a home that's 100 years old. It's a historic district, and we didn't want to ruin the look by having modern windows in an older home. When I found out that Pella had an architecturally accurate product line, they simply guided us and helped us to make a great decision for our home.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 48 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Certain restrictions apply in 6/30/2024.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000 square foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
Even when you get a great price, diamonds cost a lot of money.
But we want you to be able to buy the engagement ring you really want.
You won't have to settle for anything less than fantastic when you come to Kessler's.
We do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
Friendly financing makes it possible.
We can give you 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit.
And with approved credit, we can give you 36 months to pay with just 9.99%.
And if getting your credit approved is a problem, we've even got second chance financing for people who deserve a second chance.
Don't settle for second best. Come to Kessler's.
Seriously, we do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
That's the sort of thing you can expect from us when you hear us say, "Welcome to Kessler's."
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com. And one more thing. Welcome to Kessler's.
Show the world what your business is made of with 3 Tree Marketing.
So at 3 Tree, we're storytellers through merchandise. Every brand we work with has a unique story, and we're there to tell it using merchandise, display, appreciation, and gifting.
President Kevin Van Rossum knows that's important.
There's promo peddlers again, or tchotchke vendors, or whatever cliche people want to use. But we work with our client partners to become an extension of their team. We provide ideas, unique offerings that fit budget, timing, as well as messaging.
Check out why 3 Tree is the partner you need. 3treemarketing.com. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on 94.5 ESPN. Live from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek.
Man, I just got my hair cut, bro. I ain't about to do this shit. Hey.
It's getting really serious here at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. This is the part where the aggressive line is being made in my hair to make me look like Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think it's possible to make me look like Cristiano Ronaldo. But Kiki here at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. That's right. Get that phone buzz and stop on by for a free haircut. First 94 are free and a chance to win Milwaukee baseball tickets and $500 as we are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Lady Jane's. I'm Ben Brust, literally sitting in a chair with a TV in front of me with ESPN on to catch up on everything in the sports world, plus getting VIP treatment here with a haircut. So stop on by and you will experience what I'm experiencing, or watch on YouTube for yourself so you can see what you're missing. At ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. 800-990-3776. That's how you can get into the show. I toss it over to Kyle and Brad right now as I am locked in on this haircut.
Yeah, well, quick question, Ben, before we do take it over. You're going to get some product in your hair, right? Because, I mean, the sides and back where Kiki's been getting after, they look great. It looks sharp. The top of the hair, it needs a little bit of volume. I mean, you said it, that it needs a little – your hair is flat. Your hair is flat. You getting some product in that or what?
So I love that you guys want to talk a bunch of crap. You guys were the ones who told me to let the pro be the pro. I am letting the pro be the
phenomenal
pro.
job.
And for you to question Kiki in the middle of the
questioning Kiki. No, you are putting.
I think you need to check yourselves over there. While
Kiki, that's not true. That is not true. I am not questioning you. I'm just saying you've got a handful in front of you with Ben Brust because that hair is flat as can be, and it was when he walked in the door. So, Kiki, I know Kiki is going to turn you into as beautiful as you possibly can be, Ben.
Look at this backpedal. Brad Nortman learned backpedaling on the radio from Kyle Wallace. I can tell you that
Hey, he
much.
sounds fantastic. No, he didn't say anything. He knew that she's doing a phenomenal job. He was just curious about what you're going to be doing.
What the game plan's going to be.
Yeah, because you got to make sure you maintain.
I'm taking notes.
Marvelous haircut. That
I don't have a game plan. I showed her the picture. She's going to make the picture come to life, and I'm going to do the best of my ability to rock it with confidence, even if I look like a fool. But she's not going to make me look like a fool.
Not at all. You actually look quite decent. You definitely don't look like a hobo anymore.
This
You're
could be
looking closer to
a
handsome.
brand new man, Ben Brust, walking out of that chair.
Alex Strofe, the producer of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, back at the Gruber Loft is One Call That's All studio. If I know you've done nothing to produce the show except play audio and then watch the video stream because you've had lots of comments about everything going on here.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to make sure everybody watching on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, subscribe today if you haven't. At ESPN Madison, same thing there. I've been trying to work the angles, make sure we can see everything going on with you right now on the YouTube stream. I got to be honest with you, Benny, it looks way better than I anticipated. I thought it was going to look horrible. It only looks
so now
like
you have doubted Kiki and
I haven't
said
doubted Kiki. I'm doubting you.
No, this isn't about Kiki.
Ben
This is about
putting
Ben
words
Brust.
in everyone's mouth. Ben is on the attack right
She
now.
is a miracle worker, what she's doing with that face.
A miracle worker.
She is.
Hey,
She
Kyle,
is.
you said from hobo to handsome. I'm on my way.
You are on your way from here. You know the thing where they have those videos where homeless people come in, they look all disheveled? That was Ben Brust, and look at him now.
Well, we're going viral here at Lady Jane's on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We did hear from Jordan Love, and we're going to have to pull an audible. I don't think we're going to be able to do Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? We'll still get Mark Tauscher at 3:15. So what I want to do now is I want to take our 2-minute break, and then we're going to come back with Becoming Relevant with Alex Strofe, because I know he's just sitting there doing nothing, so I want to put him to work. We'll put Brad and Kyle to work, and I'm going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Lady Jane's Haircuts. We got people coming in for the free haircuts. A chance now for people to register to win Milwaukee baseball tickets, a $500 gift card. You can see those $500 gift cards right in front of Brad and Kyle. They're real. They exist. Come register. Get a free haircut. Because I'm going to be on the seat a while. I'm enjoying it so much that there's no reason to leave. I see the King's treatment is on the Manly menu. If you know anything about me, I like being treated like a king. So that's what's going to happen next in 2 minutes.
Hold on, real quick, Benny. Did you just make fun of me for not working, and then you just said you might get the King's treatment and stay in that chair rather than working?
I'm running the show. I think I've done a great job with the AirPod in. I'm grinding over here. And Kiki is going to do some blow drying. So we'll be back in 2 minutes live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Coming up next, Alex Strofe becoming irrelevant. Next.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Island Resort and Casino is the Midwest's premier resort destination, giving guests the total experience with a luxury hotel, full-service spa, live lounge and headline entertainment, multiple dining options, and more, all surrounding a lively Vegas-style casino. And atop many a golfer's bucket list are the island's 2 championship courses, Sweetgrass and Sage Run. When we say your total experience, we mean it. Plan your getaway today at islandresortandcasino.com.
See what everyone is talking about at the club at Lac La Belle. The birthplace of golf in Wisconsin has a rich history you will feel upon arrival. The historic course is open to the public 7 days a week. Experience a round at the club at Lac La Belle. Schedule your tee time today at club@laclabelle.com. Looking for more golf? Take advantage of same-day replay rates and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to club@laclabelle.com to start your journey.
I'm Ben Jewick with Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors. The crew is winning ball games here in Milwaukee and around the country. Our team stands ready to help your organization win across North America. Powered by Coakley Connect, our revolutionary facilities management platform, the Coakley crew supports clients across the country manage their real estate portfolio, offering facility-focused products and services, interior design, construction, new furniture, installation, and move management. We'll help you create and manage interior environments that drive your teams forward. Visit CoakleyBrothers.com and hit a home run.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek as part of their grand opening. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Live from Lady Jane's Haircuts in Oak Creek, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Free haircuts. Free. F-R-E-E. Who doesn't love something free? And who doesn't love something that's free and amazing quality? That's what I'm getting right now. Kiki is taking care of me, turning me from ugly to beautiful. They do the same for everybody when you walk in here. VIP treatment. Check them out. 8880 Howell in Oak Creek, the grand opening, your chance to win Milwaukee Brewers tickets, $500 gift card, and there'll be some more giveaways that we'll be talking about very, very soon. I broke my rule. I said I was going to let the pro be the pro, and then I said, you know what, my hair kind of grows out. Can you take a little bit off a certain area? Kyle and Brad,
Oh, my goodness. I'm serious.
Kiki, you okay, girl?
Yeah, don't let him be too hard. Seriously, he made this whole charade about, we're going to let the pro be the pro.
Respect.
Yeah, and then he just couldn't hold himself back. He had to go in. And he told us that beforehand. He's a perfectionist when it comes to haircut. He's the kind of guy that says, hey, I think you missed a spot right there. Or, ooh, it's a little bit imbalanced. Classic Ben Brust. Why am I not surprised, Kyle?
I'm not surprised either, but I will say this. The haircut looks fantastic.
It does.
And you know what? I don't think this will be Ben's last time coming here, especially when I look at the fact that they do the little invigorating shampoo, hot lather, neck shave, and hot towel treatment. Boy, oh boy, that got me intrigued.
Listen, I'm not even joking. I was looking at the services. Kyle, you and I are both looking at that in the break. I was looking at how fair the prices are for how much quality you get. I mean, outside of the free haircuts today, I did me a Google search. I was like, hey, is there a Lady Jane's around me? Because this is a heck of an establishment. It's awesome. Great to be a part of.
Well, what I can tell you, Brad, is I've even got to the King's treatment. So once they get to the King's treatment, I'll let you know how that goes too. But right now, a little special edition. Alex Strofe, I mean, he had a day yesterday, folks. Hosted Mr. Irrelevant on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. He then produced Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. He then did the Homer Hour with Brian Balaga, and then did a Brewers warm-up show on 620 WTMJ. But that doesn't mean he stops. It's time to become irrelevant. It's time to become relevant with Alex Strofe.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Ben, whose haircut are you imitating again?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
As it's been pointed out on the YouTube chat, are we certain it's not your former teammate Sam Decker?
Sam Decker? No, he's the worst hair in the world as a freshman.
Well, as a freshman, but currently he's got a haircut just like you've got.
I am my own man, Stro.
It's not a bad haircut. If I just Googled Sam Decker, and it looks a little bit like Sam Decker's haircut. He probably just said, like, you know, it's probably the guy that you looked up to on the team,
I'm
right?
sure it is.
Exactly,
you wish you were
Brad.
Sam
There
Decker.
Yeah. Actually, I was such a jerk to Sam Decker his freshman year. I was a junior, and I remember we were playing open gym, and he was the highly recruited freshman, 5-star. And I remember he came down the lane in a fast break. I made no play on the ball and just two-hand shoved him to the ground and said, "Welcome to the team, Bia."
Oh, wow. That sounds about right for Ben.
Trying to overcompensate. Trying to
Overcompensation at its finest. Trophy take over.
All right, fellas, let's start with this today as the most un-American thing has happened finally on June 11th, 2024. The Nathan's hot dog eating contest that takes place on July 4th has banned Joey Chestnut.
What?
Joey Chestnut will not participate in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July due to a partnership and sponsorship with vegan hot dogs from Impossible Foods. Joey Chestnut made a list of demands toward Nathan's, and they were unable to come up with a deal. No Joey Chestnut in the hot dog eating contest. Should this even be allowed?
This is ridiculous. I mean, Joey Chestnut, he is the Michael Jordan. He is the Tom Brady. He is the face and the forefront GOAT of the eating competition, and he is well within his rights to make any requests and demands that he do, and you bend to those demands. This is such a shame. I'm not going to be tuning in on the Nathan's hot dog eating contest now. I'm more likely to tune in to whatever else he does. Nathan's, come on, wake up. Have awareness for the room. Don't ban the man. He's your bread and butter. Attracts the eyeballs.
Money has ruined all the sports. First it was college football that it ruined, and then it's now ruining the Nathan's hot dog eating contest as Joey Chestnut is chasing the dollar bills now. The 4th of July isn't going to be as fun not having the Glizzy King there.
But you'd agree, though.
King?
Glizzy Guzzling King.
If you are guzzling 50 some hot dogs like he does, you deserve to be paid
50.
Like
you do like 65
or whatever it is. That's disgusting.
Guzzling King is disgusting.
He is the Glizzy Guzzling King.
If you're doing that, you deserve to name your price. So I'm put me in Camp Joey Chestnut here.
I don't really have a take other than I have a fiance that is worried that my daughter will not recognize me when I come home.
I don't think she will.
Now
this
you're
is a
concerned.
transformation.
She'll get used to it.
You look like a completely different person. We need to fix the beard next, though.
Yeah,
beard is next. Sure. She said it'll take about 5 minutes. It'll be perfect timing for after becoming relevant. And then when we add Mark Tauscher to the conversation.
Phenomenal.
You look good.
We should have. Did you take a before picture? I hope so. Kiki's consultant.
I did take a before picture. I absolutely took a before picture.
I cannot wait to see what that before. I mean, Kyle, we're only getting like 50% of the view from here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a montage movie scene.
I just turned the camera for you boys to get a full view. I'm smiling. Beard is next. I'm going on vacation Thursday, Friday.
I don't even know who this guy is. Who are we looking at, Kyle?
A handsome gentleman that that is upgraded now. Shout out to you, Ben.
So when I say the name, Kyle, Gorham Thomas, do you know what that means to you?
Baseball player.
You looking for Gorman Thomas?
It is a famous.
He meant to say Gorman, yes.
I can't read with my head. Gorman Thomas, a famous Milwaukee Brewer.
There you go.
He is being given away right now to one lucky customer. So make sure you come to Lady Jane. Yeah. Do you mind bringing that over to Kyle and Brad so they can see?
A framed picture,
it's a picture
of Gorman Thomas. Yeah,
no, we're giving away a 70-year-old man. That's what we're doing.
You guys
No.
Give it away.
Is he even with us? I don't want to kill off Gorman.
I believe he's still with us. Yes, I believe so. But
let me a quick Google search will confirm that
he is
on
alive.
camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's got a pretty epic mustache.
73 years old.
Wow. Okay, how about that? Gorman Thomas, a framed picture, an awesome picture of Gorman Thomas will be given to one lucky client.
And it can be signed by Brad Nortman if you really, really want it.
Well, that is available. I feel like it would take away from the picture. I don't want to do Gorman like that, but if someone is so insistent, who am I to say no to a happy fan?
I mean, that's pretty dope.
Was Gorman on the Brewers World Series runner-up?
He was. He was on the 1982 Brewers.
Well, that would make it really well for Brad, a Super Bowl 50 runner-up, to join the signature.
AL home run leader in 1982, Gorman Thomas.
Oh, wow. Two-time.
Including in 1982. Nice job, Brad. We must be looking at the same Wikipedia page.
Sure are. Never lies, baby.
All right, fellas, I want to move on to this as Celtics hanging on to a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals, but announced today center Kristaps Porzingis has suffered a rare injury. Ben, starting with you, can you tell me what this means? A torn medial retinaculum, I don't know if I said that right, allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon.
Oh, wow. What was he doing?
Tibia is from knee to ankle because I broke my tibia. So it has to do something around his knee to ankle. That's what I got for you.
Yeah, that's a mouthful of words. Why does the scientific community make these parts of the body, or even like when they find like cellular structures, things like that? I feel like they're making science harder than it needs to be.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be gibberish.
Well, I'm just annoyed because remember with the soleus with Giannis and soleus with Kristaps Porzingis, it's like a calf injury. Just why are we doing these stupid terms? Tell us the layman's terms. I don't want to Google what these things mean.
The meaty part in the back of your leg.
One of my favorite thing that Mike McCarthy used to do, because they have to like debrief on the injury report in front of the media. He'd go up there and say, yep, Rodgers has got a toe, Jones has got an ankle, Tauscher's got a shoulder. That's what he'd say. And that is enough, technically, for the NFL for disclosing injuries to the media. He'd only say, he would literally just list the most rudimentary body part. Yep, he's got a shoulder. Yep, he's got a knee. Yep, he's got a foot.
I think I actually like that because you just keep it simple. You keep it in layman's terms that everybody understands. Right now, nobody really knows what's wrong with Kristaps Porzingis other than the fact that he won't be playing.
I mean, that could be your questionable for the game, or that could be your career's over. I mean, based on the range of not knowing what the heck that even means.
Last one for you fellas. We talked about it a bit yesterday with Caitlin Clark, but now a citation has been issued. Not a citation, like a ticket, but somebody has said why Caitlin Clark was left off the U.S. Women's Olympic roster. Well, it says that she doesn't have enough high-level reps. She is too inexperienced to be a member of the Olympic team, according to a spokesperson. And that's why Caitlin Clark won't be in the Olympics, as Ben is being leaned back in his chair. He is as relaxed as you could possibly imagine right now. Well, Ben, what's going on over there, bud?
Yeah, Strofe, you're a WBA play-by-play award winner. Tell the folks what's going on.
So Ben just got, I don't know, cocked back in his chair 45 degrees. He's staring at the ceiling.
That was an
Lady
aggressive
Jane's
term.
Yeah, maybe. Oak Creek. And just staring at the ceiling. Now there's a brush that is being broken out, being pushed against his forehead. Now a towel being placed right underneath his neck, being tucked in to the neckline of his shirt. Now a razor being applied to the face. I believe the beard is currently being trimmed and cleaned up at Lady Jane's. Fellas, is my assumption correct here?
Your assumption is very, very accurate. Again, she's a magic worker.
Ben's eyes are closed.
This is a great day at the office.
He's 2 minutes away from being in dreamland, is Ben. I mean, Ben, this has been the most relaxed I've ever seen Ben on air before. This is insane. I mean, I guess it's Lady Jane here, and it's Kiki just doing her finest work. But Ben is not only is he looking like a new man, he's enjoying every minute of this process because I've never seen him.
Well,
so
let me tell you this, real Kiki. Let me get a quick 30-second pause on the trim here, because I do want to say, Brad, you're right. I'm super relaxed. This reminds me of sitting at Potawatomi's 2,000 square foot video wall. Lady Jane's haircut, Potawatomi Casino. I got my two places of heaven, and I'm living it. So go to Potawatomi Casino Hotel. New sportsbook, new menu. Great bar, 2,000 square foot video wall, 20-minute reserve parking for you to make your bets. I'm telling you, if you haven't been there, you will. Even if you're not a bettor, right? You can just go enjoy every sports game possible. If there's something going on, they have it on the TV. Plus, we talked about it. Snoop Dogg is this weekend. Shout out to all of our winners. Something always going on at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. But if you haven't stopped by the brand new sportsbook, you haven't lived. If you haven't stopped by Lady Jane's in Oak Creek, it's the grand opening. You'll experience what living is all about there as well. Joining us next on Kyle Brust Nortman, that's the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust enjoying his day on the radio, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison as well. We will be back soon.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? Oh, wow. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We have a crash this afternoon on 4394 northbound. It's about half a mile beyond the ramp from Holt Avenue. That's blocking the right shoulder. You'll see slowdowns from Howard Avenue up past Oklahoma. Also seeing slowdowns on 43 southbound. That's going to start at about Silver Spring Drive and continue past Capitol. And looking at the Mitchell interchange on 894 westbound, seeing slowdowns extending past 35th Street. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is sponsored by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Visit lakeland.edu. Tonight, a slight chance for showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and humid, a chance for showers in the evening, a high of 83. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light.
This is not like let's pretend there's competition so we can get our guy right. I think they have doubts about it, and he's going to have to earn it.
I'm not sure, even if you don't have to give up a ton to get DA back, I'm not so sure I want to mess with what we got and pay him that dollar amount.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Fleet Farm is the place for the best Father's Day deals around. This week, save $60 on a Milwaukee M18 cordless 2-tool combo kit. Now just $169. Get a 28-inch Blackstone griddle with cover and accessories on sale for $249.99. And bring the kids June 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to decorate a free grilling apron just for Dad. Treat your special guy to everyday favorites and more this Father's Day at Fleet Farm.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7- and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University. Affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind.
undefined. I'm just beginning.
Joining us now, I'm Kyle Brust and Nortman, live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. My name is Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman also here with me, but I'm currently getting the nice King's treatment, the beard trim. Mark Tauscher, Packers Hall of Famer, joining us right now. I'm Kyle Brust and Nortman, and Old T, I know you had some ideas about getting some pedicures and doing some shows. I think we hit the home run here at Lady Jane's.
Well, are you getting a buzz cut, or what are you doing?
No, I got the Cristiano Ronaldo, and now I'm getting the King's treatment of
beard trimmed up. Yeah, is there anything better than getting that hot towel? You get the hot towel put down, and you're just kind of relaxing. And
I literally have the hot towel on my eyes right now, and I don't think I've ever been happier.
Tausch, he looks like he's at a spa
I'm
right now.
Surprised so you're still hosting the show and doing it, Benny. You really, as a new father and a newly engaged man, I can tell you're starting to multitask, and I love it.
Yeah, Old T, I try and learn from the best, but I do want to talk with you. I'm sure you had a chance to hear Jordan Love in the locker room after the mandatory minicamps, and I tell you what, it really was a nothing burger the first time that he spoke to the media. It just felt uncomfortable because it was the first time hearing him talk about his contract. But I thought today he handled it perfectly. If you have a guy showing up to everything with the team's growing, the team believes in him, he's the leader, he's in the mix and conversation, he wants to know what's going on, he's kept Goody and Murphy and fans and everyone happy. Has Jordan Love is he just mature beyond his years? What's your takeaway?
Yeah, I think so. It just, it's one of those things where you hope that someone is really good on the field, and then you hope they carry themselves in a professional manner, have a little bit of fun, and just lead your group. And I think, I thought it was really interesting in the beginning of the offseason when Goody was available to the media and he was kind of talking about the Jordan Love contract situation. I thought one of the things he said that really piqued my interest was, we've been around him for 4 years. We know what he's all about, and we feel really comfortable going ahead with this contract extension. So it's one thing if you see somebody from the outside and you're trying to maybe bring them in as a free agent and you're going to pay him like X, where you're paying a guy a lot of money, top of the market. And it's another thing when you see how they work, you see how they prepare, you see how they treat everybody in the building. And Jordan Love has handled this entire process, the way he was drafted and how everything played out with Aaron Rodgers and the transition. And then he went out and he played and he fought through maybe some bad games. And you just have to really like not only how he plays on the field, but how his approach is, his leadership. Will D writes an article about how he texts and gets a hold of all the rookies. He's got guys getting together to throw. He is all about what is going to make this team better, and he knows he needs to be that guy, and he seems to be willing and embracing that role in a nice way.
Tausch, I'm sure you saw the news that Aaron Rodgers is not at the New York Jets mandatory minicamp, and it's not even excused. He made it clear where he is, clearly something that's important to him. But, man, you're comparing that to the conversation we just had about Jordan Love. And I was just wondering, in your impression, was Aaron Rodgers more checked out when he was in his final several seasons with Green Bay, and we just underestimated how much he was? Or is this sort of a new thing that's happened over the last couple of years where he's just, strangely put football to the back seat, it seems, for all these other personal ventures?
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. I think obviously he was incredibly frustrated with some things and how Green Bay handled things. And, as I said earlier this morning, your priorities in life change, and it's really difficult, when you're playing professional football, to have anything else that takes up a lot of oxygen. And that, whether it's raising your kids and having your family, which always needs to be at the top of your list, it can be a little bit tricky. But I think with Aaron, I think as time continued to go and maybe things weren't going the way he felt like he needed to have in order to be successful, I think I don't want to say I will never doubt when he was in the building and preparing and practicing and wanting to go out and win. I've seen him. I know how he prepares, and I know how important football is to him. But there are other things, and as you get older, there are other priorities that come up in your life, and especially maybe if you're not as all in. But in this New York Jets case, we heard that this morning. Obviously, that's a big deal from Robert Saleh to call that out and to fine him. He could have easily just kind of swept that under the rug and said, he's been here all off season. You know, it's an excused absence, and we want to get the young guys a little reps because Aaron has been here. I think that would have been a big nothing burger. But there is something. I think Packer fans are looking at saying, thank goodness we don't have to deal with that at this point when we, are in the position where we just talked about Jordan Love. But I want to make sure. I think Aaron Rodgers, he was at minicamp. I think his tune changed a little bit from when he was not at anything in Green Bay to understanding how important a lot of that is, because he has been very present throughout the Jets offseason, just, for whatever reason, not during the mandatory minicamp.
Taos, Jordan Love spoke to the media today after practice, and they tried to probe him and pry him to try to get an answer on his contract. He really didn't say too much, but one thing he did say is that he does expect something to really be picked up in the contract negotiations and conversations by July 22nd, which matches the timeline that Goody placed out there as well. When a player kind of gives you that type of, the 22nd is a good date, does that mean the agreement is basically on the goal line and about to be completed?
Yeah, it makes too much sense for both parties to not get something done. And when Tannenbaum came on, I think we talked about this last week on your show, the whole idea of $60 million and that's all great if you're, in a different position in life. This is one of those deals. And I thought, listening to Jordan today, that, it feels like, I don't know if it's on the goal line, but you're definitely on the other side of the 50, moving it along and understanding that the timeline is going to matter. You do feel like things are trending in the right direction, because I think Jordan Love does not want to play this season playing for $11 million. And I think the Packers do not want to find themselves in a position where Jordan Love starts playing the season, he's playing really well, and all of a sudden now that number is not going anywhere but up. Unless he gets injured or is really bad, which none of us is hoping for or expecting. So it makes sense to kind of get into, I think it's going to be around that Jared Goff number, probably a little bit more. And I think that puts the security and the big chunk of money in Jordan Love's pocket, and it gives the Green Bay Packers cost certainty at a position where they feel like they're going to have one of the best players in the league. And in 3 or 4 years, they're going to have to redo it again, because my guess is that number is only going to continue to climb. So that July 22nd reporting at camp, that seems to be the date that you would want to get it done. And I'm guessing Green Bay will have to move a little bit more. Jordan Love's going to have to kind of figure out what that structure is going to look like that he feels comfortable with. But if I'm predicting and listening to what Jordan Love had to say today, I would think that this gets done right around that deadline before the Packers report to camp.
Talking with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Lady Jane's. I have exited the seat. I have my haircut. You can see the final product on YouTube at ESPN
Freddie,
Milwaukee and at ESPN
how much
Madison.
How much do you tip your hairstylist?
Well, typically, it's been a while since I've been back at a salon. So it's just been like a...
Why are you... What? He asked a simple question. Why are you building
simple
up?
Question, simple answer.
So shut your asses up because you're jealous that I look handsome. And you guys
you do look handsome, but you should tip Kiki even more.
Kiki's going to get a double of what I would normally give to a tip because of the service that I got here.
So what is that
normally?
What is that number?
It depends on the haircut.
Well, this is a phenomenal haircut, so what is it that you're tipping?
I think it's a $40 tip today.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's generous.
That's a real good tip.
I mean, geez, back off, guys.
That's 2 haircuts. Oh, goodness.
Old T, Brad Nortman, as we'll get to this a little later, was driving in yesterday, driving in today, dealt with a driver going 10 under the speed limit on 94 and a driver going 20 over. Who's more dangerous to the highway, the slow driver or the fast driver?
Oh, the fast driver is going to be more dangerous just because I don't want to break down physics and whatever other thing you want to look at. But more speed, the collision is going to be higher, and that usually leads to more fatalities. And is it not? I understand which way you'd want to lean. The slow driver, if somebody's not paying attention, you can run up on them, and I get
It
what you're
creates
saying,
a
but I think
backup
too many
and
kills,
too
right?
many cars in an area. That might be more dangerous.
Yeah, you asked that your question was what's more dangerous, and speed is always going to be more dangerous than going slow.
Well, there is a reason why they tell people to move.
Matt LaFleur and Goody also agree with speed.
But here's the thing: they also do tell people why they need to go to the far right lane if they're going to go slow, because they want to make sure that the pace of traffic is staying consistent. So,
what if you're going 10 and you're in the left lane and somebody's riding up on you? Does that frustrate you? And then you're like, I have to find a way to squeeze over. I got to do this. If you're going 10 over, is that not fast enough to be in the left lane?
I'm with you on that one. It should be.
10 over.
That seems like
10 over is plenty good.
fair real estate to be in the
And
left
if I'm going
lane.
10 over, there's likely nobody on my back bumper. And if they are, I'm seeing them come in and I'm getting over and let them go on their merry way because I want nothing to do
Benny,
with
you used to live in Illinois. Am I crazy? The Illinois drivers are a lot more aggressive than
Dude, 110%. I've lived in Wisconsin long enough to know that the fib driver is a real thing. I didn't think it was until I moved here, and the amount of times I would get frustrated with a driver and see the Illinois plates and be like, it checks out.
Yeah, it just, when you say nobody runs up on you, I think if you're down at the border between Wisconsin and Illinois, it feels like you're going to see more of that. But this morning I was down. I went down to down to Muskego this morning, and there was a big accident. And I think what happens is people get so they're just so tied up in Chicago that there's so much traffic all the time that when they get to eat a little bit, they just want to let it eat. And I think that's another component to why Illinois folks drive a little bit faster maybe than Wisconsin people.
There seems to be a collective agreement, too, amongst people in Illinois, because when you're going down to, like, O'Hare, for instance, when you finally get off on, like, the bypass to go around the actual city of Chicago, I'm telling you, the whole traffic pattern is going 90+. At least 90.
I love it.
It's wild.
I get to see how fast my baby can go.
It's strength in numbers. You feel pretty safe because you know you're not going to get pulled over because there's about 50 people right next to you doing the same thing.
Old T, anything for us? Or I got one more Packer question. It's a read option for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me your Packer question.
So Brian Balaga spent some time with Alex Strofe, our producer, on the Homer Hour yesterday, and him and Jason and Strofe were talking about the expectations for this team and how they'll handle it, right? Because from Super Bowl in 2010 to, I'd say, last year, the expectation with Rodgers, even the last 30 years, it's been like it's the G, it's the winning culture. Now that they had a season of success and winning a playoff game, do you think that is a storyline worth paying attention to, how this young team handles a little bit more of being the hunted?
Well, yeah, there's no question. I thought last year was a nice reprieve as a Packer fan because you didn't know. You had so much uncertainty that there wasn't, for the first time. Anytime you have a quarterback that you view as a Hall of Famer and a big-time game changer, which Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers were, you look at it and say you should win a championship or you should be in the mix for a championship. And with that, expectations are super high, and if you don't live up to it, it's disappointing. Last year, there literally could have been a myriad of things that happened, and you'd been like, oh, I get it. I understand you have all these new receivers, tight ends, quarterback in his first year, all of the stuff that we talked about ad nauseum, and you didn't know. So it was kind of really refreshing, and I think that's why Packer fans felt so rejuvenated. But I said it at the end of last year when the playoffs started, enjoy this run, house money, because now I think with the way the season ended and with all of the growth opportunities and what we expect, new defensive coordinator, he's going to bring all the heat, got all these first-round picks, all this talent now with a different scheme. And Jordan Love established himself as a really good NFL starter that could be great if he continues on that trajectory. All these new guys are good wideouts. Now you better be in the mix to win a championship. I'm not saying you need to win it this year, but if you're not in the mix and you drop off a little bit, I'm telling you, Packer fans we have high expectations. And when you played the way you did last year and you really lost in a disappointing way against San Fran, it is going to be high expectations. And this group has not had to deal with that. This is their first time. And Mike McCarthy told us, I'll never forget when he had his first meeting with us, It wasn't going to be about handling adversity. Everybody has to do that. Who can handle success? And that's going to be your big test. And that's why Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst and everybody up there, if you listen to them talk, that is what they've been pounding on all offseason, because Nick Saban calls it rat poison. You can say whatever you want. Don't take the bait. You haven't done anything, and you want to make sure that these young players they go home, everybody's telling them how great a year they had. That's what you have to make sure you don't allow into your locker room. You need to have that competitive juice and not any complacency from what was a really good season last year. And I think Matt LaFleur has done a really good job of messaging that is not what is going to happen this coming season.
Old T, appreciate the time as always. Have a great rest of the week.
All right, brother.
That's Mark Tauscher. He is the Packer Hall of Famer. He joins us every Tuesday, and you can listen to him on Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Lady Jane's.
Look at him. He feels
good. Come on, boys.
Dude, you got a whole new sense of energy.
Kiki
you do look
crushed
good.
it.
She did.
Kiki killed it.
Crushed it.
They've been doing a really great job with everybody here today.
Wow, I'm feeling good.
You look vibrant and you look younger. In a good way. You look fresh.
You look like the off-brand Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'll take any
off-brand,
off-brand
but yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo. You put me in the same sentence, it's a win either way.
Yeah.
But what is worrisome with the vibrant confidence that I have, Brad, is coming up next is a special edition 3:30, I guess it'll be 3:40. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Because it is Tuesday. I was getting a haircut at 3 o'clock live on YouTube. We got to execute. Caller number 10 for Jordan Love, who gave us insight into his mind, into the contract negotiations, and the positivity that we felt from him in his mandatory minicamp media. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, you'll get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. I am 17, 13, and 1 in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Your opportunity to bring me to 17, 14, and 1 and win a $25 gift card. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, 800-990-ESPN. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Next on the other side.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. Ben Brust, say that. Can we make a rule for Kyle Brust and Nortman?
You're a good producer.
Is it no Evan?
No Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and no Greg Scalzo, my former co-host.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Slowdowns are worsening in a few places this afternoon, starting with 43 southbound. That starts just past Silver Spring Drive and continues past Capitol. Looking at 94, westbound slowdowns are starting downtown and heading well past the Stadium Interchange. And then looking at 894 westbound, those slowdowns starting from the Mitchell Interchange heading up to 51st Street. Traffic is sponsored by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open at 6. Live music with Bella Kane starts at 7. Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. Tonight, a slight chance for showers early, then mainly clear skies, a low of 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and warm, a chance for showers at night, a high of 85. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust on 94.5 ESPN is presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu.
Fleet Farm is the place for the best Father's Day deals around. This week, save $60 on a Milwaukee M18 cordless 2-tool combo kit. Now just $169. Get a 28-inch Blackstone griddle with cover and accessories on sale for $249.99. And bring the kids June 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to decorate a free grilling apron just for Dad. Treat your special guy to everyday favorites and more this Father's Day at Fleet Farm.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-215-2418. 800-215-2418. 800-215-2418.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're turning into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I am Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe in our studios in Milwaukee, the Grouper One Call That's All studios. And we are here at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek for the grand opening, where Ben got himself an awesome-looking haircut, sort of a hobo to handsome, as we are calling it, as you called it, Kyle Wallace.
Hey, that was a hobo to handsome for real. I'm telling you, he looked like an off-brand handsome Cristiano Ronaldo.
He does. That was the haircut he was going for, and Kiki delivered to no surprise to us. Ben Brust is outside of these doors. He is outside. Does anyone have eyes on him?
I'll go check on him now.
Because he does have AirPods from being on air when he was getting his haircut.
Great point, Brad.
We got to make sure that he does not have his AirPods in order to be hearing these questions, because we know how competitive he is, and we want to make sure that the fairness and integrity of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust always maintains a high level. But our contestant today is Ethan in Baraboo, that you've been trying to get in for a long time, finally did, and this is your first time playing. Ethan, how are we feeling today?
We're good. I got a haircut as well today, which is
excellent. Couple fresh cuts for you and Ben Brust, so it's an even playing field.
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, let's do it, and Strophy, let's spin it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Are you smarter than Ben Brust? So if you haven't played before, and for Ethan, who is playing for his first time, it's 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you will win a $25 gift card. Ethan, any questions before we get started?
No, let's do it.
All right, let's get the clock started in 3, 2, 1. Who is the main character in Snow White?
Snow White.
Who is the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom?
Pass.
What vitamin is primarily obtained from exposure to sunlight?
D.
Who painted The Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
In what decade was the internet created?
1990s.
What is the name of the tiny thread-like structures that carry genetic information to cells?
DNA.
How many planets are in our solar system?
8, 9, including Pluto.
Who is the first president to live that is now known... Wait, who is the first president to live in what is now known as the White House?
Hoover.
The 5 Great Lakes are Superior, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, and blank.
Erie.
Who is the long-time host of the Wheel of Fortune that retired in June of 2024?
Pat Sajak.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
What's his name? Vonnegut.
What kind of animal is Shrek?
Amphibian.
Okay.
That's a trick question.
That is a tough one.
Because I don't think he's an animal. I don't think he's real.
Yeah.
That's like, what type of horse is a unicorn?
Maybe the better question is, what type of creature is Shrek? Should we go with that one?
Ogres
Should we
are
let him?
real, right?
No, ogres are not real.
What a way to phrase that one. Okay, we're just gonna keep it consistent. And
hold on, fellas. Before we continue, and we still have Ethan on the line, I guess I could ask him. Question 3 was, which vitamin is primarily obtained from sunlight exposure? Ethan, I'm bringing you back on the air. What was your answer for that one?
D as in dog.
Got it, man. Awesome. Good.
Okay.
That is a
Pretty
7
good showing.
spot from Ethan.
Pretty good showing. Good job, Ethan. Can we get Ben Brust to bring him back inside, please?
I think
Thank
he's talking to a fan who listened to us on air and came down to get one of the 94 free haircuts they're giving out today for their grand opening here at Lady Jane's.
I mean, and if he did, he made a good decision because he walked out the door looking pretty
good,
sharp.
He walked out with the same smile Ben did. Everybody's walking out happier than when they came in.
Ben legitimately has a pep in his step. He was one man when he walked through the doors. He is a different man sitting in front of us now.
Well, that was a great fan of the show of KBN Nation, and just chatting out with them, getting to know him, and I told him he gets to hop in his car after leaving Lady Jane's. He said, should I get the Ronaldo or the Decker when he got here?
Nice. I love
and
that.
now he gets to listen to my stupid answers of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Well, perfect. And we are going to get to those because we know how to play, right? It's 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to them if we get through the rest. And if Ethan in Baraboo beats you, he's going to win a $25 gift card. And we're going to go through yours, Ben, and we're going to hit the answers in the next segment. So we're going to any questions
Look
before
at you guys
start?
running traffic around here. You
How
guys don't
about
even
that?
need me.
Don't even need you, but except for when you answer your own segment of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You ready to roll?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get the clock started in 3, 2, 1. Who is the main character in Snow White?
Snow White.
Who is the first female prime minister in the United Kingdom?
God only knows.
Which vitamin is primarily obtained through sunlight exposure?
D.
Who painted The Starry Night?
We had this. Van Gogh.
In what decade was the internet created?
The 1980s?
What is the name of the tiny thread-like structures that carry genetic information in cells?
Thread-like? Pass.
How many planets are in our solar system?
8?
Who is the first president to live in what is now known as the White House?
Eisenhower.
The 5 Great Lakes are Superior, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, and blank.
Pass, but come back to that one.
Who is the longtime host of the Wheel of Fortune that retired in June
Pat
of 2024?
Sajak.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
Another God only knows.
What kind of animal is Shrek?
He's an ogre.
Whose face is on the $5 bill?
That's Honest Abe. Free the slaves.
What is the Earth's outermost layer called?
The crust.
What does the acronym AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
Let's see what we'll do. The 5 Great Lakes are Superior, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, and blank.
I suck. I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of pressure.
I think you won that one.
You did a good job, though. I mean,
Strophe? That's I won. That is an I won.
You got to. So, question. So,
hang on. Live from Lady Jane's. We got
9. 9 to Ethan, 7. Respectable showing from Ethan, though.
He had to get through those last questions.
Yeah, the last ones were good.
Live from Lady Jane's Haircuts. It is amazing. 8880 Howard here in Oak Creek. It is an amazing place. Everyone's looking handsome. Free haircuts. Come on by. Great KBN Nation members talking with me before Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Be one to get a free haircut. Be one to register. And be one to win something. Come on by. We get to the answers of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And anything else in between that we haven't hit on with me back in the chair with the boys. Next.
To Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Caleb Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. The NBA Finals happen right here on ESPN Milwaukee.
Holiday attacks the paint, rises, scoops, scores, and the foul.
Luka at 5, step back 3 for the lead. He got it.
Catch every second of every game of the Mavericks and Celtics battling it out for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Irving on the right wing with a shot clock at 5. Now hoists a deep 3, and it's on the money.
Derek White for 3. Got it. Giving Boston a 105-102 lead.
The NBA Finals on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on the Wisconsin On Demand app.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Summerfest 2024, presented by the Mukwonago Lions Club, is this weekend. Enjoy live music daily with youth baseball and softball games, plus a horseshoe tournament on Saturday. Bring your family to Field Park in Mukwonago as summer is here. Enjoy carnival rides, food, drinks, fireworks, and even free parking. Conclude the weekend with Sunday's parade at noon, followed by the Classic Car Show. Make plans this weekend to attend the Mukwonago Lions Club Summerfest 2024 at Field Park, Highways 83 and NN in Mukwonago.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and curbless, ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
I'm Ben Jewick with Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors. The crew is winning ball games here in Milwaukee and around the country. Our team stands ready to help your organization win across North America. Powered by Coakley Connect, our revolutionary facilities management platform. The Coakley crew supports clients across the country manage their real estate portfolio, offering facility-focused products and services, interior design, construction, new furniture, installation, and move management. We'll help you create and manage interior environments that drive your teams forward. Visit CoakleyBrothers.com and hit a home run.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 6-pack, 0.5-liter or mini can selected varieties Coke products, 4 for $17. 7 to 16-ounce selected varieties Barilla pasta, 2 for $3. 5.5 to 8-ounce selected varieties Crystal Farms shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $5. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white milk, $3.99. Half-gallon Prairie Farms chocolate milk, $2.49.
Why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 24th.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Everything sucks. Just kidding. Everything is better than it used to be. I didn't write a song.
You know I love me some Palermo's Pizza, Screamin' Sicilian. They have the thin and crispy. They have the tavern style, the 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese in the crust. And the OG Screamins, but they've tried something new. Pizza bowls, baby. Pizza bowls. Keto friendly. We know a lot of you out there are trying to make sure you do the right things with your body. It could be a snack. It could be a meal. But they got options for you. Nothing but toppings is what Screamin' Sicilian's known for, but exclusively at Kroger stores, Pick and Save, Metro Market, and Mariano's, you can get the multi-meat, the Italian style, the pepperoni, or the Supreme. Screamin' Sicilian always comes up with something for you to enjoy, so make sure you go at Metro Market, Pick and Save, and grab something so screamin' good, like Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Lady Jane's. As we are in Oak Creek, it's their grand opening. It's an amazing place. I just got a haircut. Even Brad and Kyle can't help themselves from complimenting me because they would do everything in their power to not compliment me.
That's
but
correct.
It was so good at 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. First 94 customers get a free haircut. You get a chance to win $500 as well. You're treated like a VIP. I experienced it. It is amazing, but we have to get to the answers. What is the 18, 13, and 1 Ben Brust? And are you smarter than Ben Brust? Brad Nortman, I toss it back over to you.
I'm going to fly through these answers just so we can get to the one that's causing so much drama. Who is the main character in Snow White? Snow White. Who is the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom? That's Margaret Thatcher. Which vitamin?
No, only God knows.
Yeah, only God knows. Which vitamin is primarily obtained through sunlight exposure? Vitamin D. Who painted a starry night? Vincent van Gogh. What decade was the internet created? 1960s.
Oh,
60s.
wow.
Yep.
Very early.
What is the tiny thread-like structures that carry genetic information to cells? That's DNA.
Too easy.
How many?
It was so easy I didn't think. Yeah.
How many planets are in the solar system? 8. Who is the first?
What you laughing at over there?
Who is the first president to live in what is known now as the White House?
Now, how did you know this?
You could call him Uncle.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yo, Uncle John. Uncle Johnny.
Adam?
Uncle John.
Yeah.
I didn't get that story at the family party.
Yep. The 5 Great Lakes are Superior, Huron, Michigan, Ontario, and Lake Erie.
Erie. I was in Ohio in my head, and I just couldn't think of it.
Who is the longtime host of the Wheel of Fortune that just retired? Pat Sajak. Who wrote the novel 1984? George L. Orwell. Here's one that created so much controversy. What type of animal is Shrek? You said ogre. That's correct. But we're thinking Strofe. Animal?
It's not an animal.
Shrek's not
Strofe,
an animal.
what the hell?
What are we doing? Because Ethan said amphibian, which is like.
Wait, is that audio, Stroke?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, let's hear from Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust a segment ago.
Creature is Shrek.
Ogres
Should we go with that one?
Ogres are real, right?
So you guys were
ogre are not
debating
real.
what Shrek was before you asked these questions?
No.
It was after when I heard the question, I said, "Wait a minute, Shrek isn't an animal. He's not real. He's fictitious."
It's the last one that Ethan from Baraboo had. So and he said, "What kind of?" I said, "What kind of animal is Shrek?" And he's like,
"Amphibian."
Amphibian?
I mean, that's not a bad guess.
It's a good guess. And that's wait a minute,
he
Shrek's
should've
not an
said,
animal
yeah,
at all.
exactly. He's a character from a fantastic.
So I was like, a better answer would have been, what type of creature is Shrek? An ogre. Whose face on the $5 bill? Abraham Lincoln. The Earth's outermost layer is the crust. Acronym for AI is artificial intelligence.
So I blame Strofe because
where are we at? I mean, like it's 3:57. I got no outro music. What's going on, bud?
I'm just depressed.
Yeah, Strofe, had you not had that stupid question, the other guy would have won.
How much time I got? 5 seconds. Rutledge and Hamilton up next in Madison. We'll be right here in 2 minutes at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek.
We're
seeing pretty heavy delays now on 41 southbound. Those delays are going to start around Highway Q and continue past Hampton. Still looking very slow on 43 southbound. Those delays starting past Silver Spring and continuing to Capitol Drive. 94 westbound, going to see delays starting downtown and heading past the Stadium Interchange. And then 894 by the Mitchell Interchange. Those delays heading westbound past 51st Street. Traffic is brought to you by Saz's. Baseball, grilling, festivals, and Saz's. Summer in Wisconsin is the finest. And Saz's State House is the place to be. Located at 55th and State. Saz's.com. Tonight a slight chance for showers, then mainly clear skies. A low of 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and warm. A chance for storms at night. A high of 85. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek as part of their grand opening. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4. Live from Lady Jane's. Okay, I mean, come on.
Man, you go to the White House one day and you forget. I'm not going to lie. I looked over at you at one point. Your eyes are heavy.
Heavy?
You tired?
A little bit. But I'm good, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, Brad
caught a flight this morning,
Brad
right?
and Strove pulled a Kyle and Brad and gave up the last 30 minutes of the show yesterday.
Oh, did y'all?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
it was great.
I love it. What did you guys do? You enjoyed
You guys
something
are
on TV?
high-fiving, not working.
No, yeah. I mean, what did you do for an hour and a half?
I promoted Lady Jane's and the wonderful VIP service that they provided me, and you can have 94 free haircuts coming in today.
Man, this guy was quick yet just bulling.
Yeah, your last... The 75 minutes that you were in that chair.
Did I milk it and get
You literally went to
did.
break. We skipped the whole question about Caitlin Clark and Team USA because you need to put a hot towel on and need to get shaved up, so you went straight to break. I caught what you did there.
Doesn't mean that we can come back to it in this last hour of the show, Kyle.
Okay.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, live with you at Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. 800-990-3776 is the number to get into the show. And you know what? I want to go to Brian Balaga. And Brian Balaga has such a unique perspective, in my opinion. When he came into the Green Bay Packers, and you can hear him on the Homer Hour on Mondays. He does crosstalk with us on Mondays. He's featured across our stations on 94.5 ESPN with Wilde and Tausch and many others. Alex Strofe, Jason Wilde, and Brian Balaga had a discussion about the expectations heading into next year for the Green Bay Packers and what will be a challenge for this team. Let's hear from Brian in the wonderful Homer Hour with our guy Alex Strofe.
Is what it feels like to be one of the big dogs in the NFL, right? And that takes that there's a lot of mental toughness that comes along with that. Well, it boosts your ego a little bit, but you got to be ready for this because there's no excuses given you anymore. The young team, inexperienced quarterback, that's all gone now. That's out the window. Everyone saw what this team could do. And what they potentially could have gotten done last year, like you said, had the 49ers should have won the game. I still go back on it.
I'm with you. So these guys have to understand that every week
doesn't matter who you're playing, man. You're not sneaking up on anyone, and it's getting ready mentally for that because you go into playing one of the worst teams in the league, and guess what? This isn't a cakewalk. They're coming out to put on a show. They want to beat you.
That was Brian Balaga with Alex Strofe, the yes man, with Brian Balaga on the Homer Hour.
Excuse me?
Brian was talking. You go, yep. Brian, yep.
I did that twice, first off, and do you disagree with what he said?
No, but I have to take a shot at you. It's my job. Alex Strofe, producer of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You heard from Brian.
A good producer. You're a good
I would
producer.
like to hear now, not from Alex or the drops on the show, but from Brad Nortman, a Super Bowl 50 runner-up who, in his 6 years in the NFL, I'm guessing had times. Look, the Green Bay Packers carry a level of aura, right? With the G and what it means, there is a fan base nationwide, and there's expectations every year. Brian hit on it. There's no more you're young, excuses, this and that. In your career, did you go from transitioning from a year where you weren't going to be good and then were good, and then when you were good and have a down year? Take us through the mental warfare he's talking about as an NFL player.
Yeah, I experienced it twice. When I joined the Carolina Panthers, it was Cam's second year. I think they were they won 5 games the year before I got there. In my rookie year, I think we won 7 games. So it was a team that was making progress, but then the next year, my second year, we had 12 wins. And it is so easy to be the up-and-coming team. You got youth, you got momentum, you got excitement, and you just build on that as the year goes on. So to be that team that's the flash in the pan, the up-and-comer, that's the easy part. Everything becomes significantly harder when you try to duplicate that success because exactly like you said, everybody circles you on their calendar. Like they know this is the team to beat, this is the good quarterback, this is the good defense, these are the playmakers. So you can't catch anyone by surprise. All the talent around the NFL is really quite evenly distributed. So if a team dials up just a little bit because you're either the Green Bay Packers or you're a Super Bowl contender, that's going to make things so much harder. It's just human nature to pull your foot off the gas a little bit as opposed to just keeping it on. That's why what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing right now, even going through the challenge of last season, they had some ups and downs.
They didn't even, at times, did they look like a Super Bowl team?
They didn't.
But their DNA ultimately proved out over time.
That's right. And so for this team, it takes an extreme amount of maturity to be able to handle those ups and downs, keep the train on the tracks, and be able to handle it week in and week out, being the team that everyone brings their A game for. Now, the question is, who is that steadying force and who is the source of maturity for this team? It's going to have to be Matt LaFleur. It's going to have to be Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur has been there, done that with high-level teams. It'll be Jordan Love's opportunity to be thrown right in the fire, be that leader, and be that mature force because he's going to get it every single week, and so is this entire team. So
especially if he gets the check he wants.
Yeah, so especially if he's a $55 million man. So Brian's exactly right. It's exceedingly harder. By the time that we got to the point where we were an annual division and Super Bowl contender in Carolina, it was way harder. It was way harder to keep on doing that. And in Jacksonville, showed up first year, 3 wins. The build-up on my second year to go to the AFC Championship, it was all fun. It was not easy, but you use the momentum and youth to carry you forward. I wasn't on the team next year, but they collapsed the next year. It's so much harder to be in that seat where you are the top dog. It's the reason why dynasties are so hard in the NFL. Very hard to pull off.
Real quick, Kyle, there's also a reason why the Jacksonville Jaguars are the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers are the Green Bay Packers.
Hey, don't you disrespect the Jacksonville
Jaguars. Did I
say
anything that's untrue about historical franchise?
You could have said, well, hey, they were without you that third year, so that's the reason
and they
why.
were without you.
There you go.
And they wanted to just net average your punt down.
That's right.
Coverage punts.
I'm better
and
off without
bomb
them.
it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they missed you. But here's the thing. How can a team who I believe is still the hunter be hunted? The Green Bay Packers had a good season last year. They were a 9-8 football team last year. I understand the success that they had in the playoffs, but this team still has a chip on their shoulder. They still have something.
You think they're the hunter?
I still believe the Green Bay Packers are a hunter football team because when you look at last season, when you look at San Francisco, Tausch talked about it. They left meat on the bone. They left plays on the field. They let that game slip out their fingertips where they still have this season something to prove. So I believe the Green Bay Packers are actually the hunter this year because of the fact that they feel that they had an opportunity to show everybody how good they were, and now this is their chance to go out week 1 and smack Philadelphia in the mouth. When they have an opportunity to play against the Texans on the big stage because you have 2 up-and-coming young quarterbacks, prove that they are a good football team. When they get a chance to host the Detroit Lions, they have something to prove. The Green Bay Packers are not picked to win the NFC. The Green Bay Packers are not picked to win the NFC North. So why is a team that's not picked to win anything of significance this year going to be a team that's going to be hunted?
They have the 3rd or 4th best odds to still win the NFC.
They still have something to prove, though. And they have a team in their division they are looking up to that they want to knock off.
Now, this is why I appreciate Kyle Wallace as being the Packer backer of the show. Because if I'm Kyle Wallace as a Packer fan, I would want that message internally to the Green Bay Packers, right? We have a lot to prove. We still need to be doing this. But the reality is, based off the way Jordan Love played, based off the way that franchise quarterbacks are so sought after, people are going to look at the G. They're going to look at the way that they beat the Cowboys. They're going to look at the trajectory and think, we need to go beat the crap out of that team because they are someone we want to be. Whether like I'm telling you, I think what you said, Kyle, would be a great internal message. But externally, around the league, Brad, the other 31 teams are not going to see it that way.
Yeah, the Packers are no longer a well-kept secret. And the secret got out when they played the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round of the playoffs. That was a statement to the whole league, with the entire league watching, that this team is a force to be reckoned with. Jordan Love is a franchise quarterback, and this team is destined for good things, and it was doubled down in San Francisco when they took San Francisco all the way down to the wire. They have respect, and you're exactly right, Ben. The Jacksonville Jaguars are not the Green Bay Packers. And you said it last week on Friday, Kyle, that the Packers brand is in the same conversation as the New York Yankees and the LA Lakers and North Carolina basketball. There is something about and the Dallas Cowboys for that matter, there's something about the aura, the respect, the prestige of the Green Bay Packers. So even if it's 50-50, like, are the Green Bay Packers good? Are they targeted? Are they the hunted? You can absolutely bet they are, because of the history, because of the brand. So not only are they a really good team, but the G on their helmet also doubles down on that fact.
It may double down, but for me, this team, they proved one thing last year. They proved they can compete, but they still need to prove that they can win. They still need to prove that they can put together a complete NFL football season. There is still a lot to be proven. And then on top of this, I'll go back to Kobe when Kobe was up 2-0 in the series, and Kobe said the job's not done. The Green Bay Packers need to have the Kobe Bryant mentality, the Mamba mentality. They need to have the mentality that they literally proved nothing last year. They still have the goal of winning a Super Bowl as the thing that they want to accomplish. They shouldn't be looked at as a team that accomplished anything because they did not get to their goal last year.
That is you as a Packer fan guarding your heart.
And I'm not guarding my heart whatsoever. I'm just speaking the reality of the fact. If you didn't win the championship last year, you didn't even make it to the NFC North. You didn't make it to the NFC championship
Man, you were
game
moving
last
the
year.
goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts, but what did they accomplish last year? They won a playoff game. Whip TD. I'm happy about that.
Well, it was
But the
year
next
by
step-
year, your expectations change based off what you did in the past year, and they're bringing everyone back. They brought in Xavier McKinney. They're doing all these things to make them feel even bigger than last year. So now you're like, no, like you're like, we should be hunting. No,
they
you
should
are
be hunting.
Yeah, they should be, but the reality is the way 31 teams around the league are looking at them.
But that's the part, Ben, that it's how the other teams feel about you. I think Green Bay, Tausch said that the narrative in the locker room is, we haven't done anything. Don't listen to them. Don't let them pat you on the back. We have more to do. But the 31 other teams, what are league sources always telling me? League sources are telling me that Jordan Love's a dude, they're full of playmakers, and now their attention has been caught by the Green Bay Packers. That's a good thing for respect, but a bad thing when you're trying to take teams by surprise and when you need to be prepared yourself week in and week out to take the best punch out of every team.
Yeah, I just think the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to take the best punch, but they're also not going to take the punch. I feel like they're going to deliver the blow right away. I feel like the Green Bay Packers are excited for the opportunity to go to Brazil. You already see the mentality that Matt LaFleur had going to Brazil versus the mentality going to London. The mentality of the football team saying these young guys are getting better. The mentality of the football team talking about we don't need a number one receiver because we have so many different weapons at our disposal. We cannot wait.
Did you know they can be hunting and be hunted at the same time. And like the team can be hunting, but they can also be hunted.
How you gonna hunt the king lion? You can't hunt the king lion. That's exactly what the Green Bay Packers. What do you?
How about this? Target on your back.
Prey.
Who do you think has a bigger target on their back as teams look at their schedule this year? The Green Bay Packers or the Philadelphia Eagles?
I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
I think it's the Packers.
It's 100% the Packers.
I mean,
it's both.
So
both, but it just happens to be week one. They're both contenders. I think it's the Packers.
Right now, who's projected to win that football game? Green Bay or Philadelphia? Is that
It's basically a pick-em, dude.
It's a pick-em that's leaning towards Philadelphia, is it not?
So you're going to use the 1 point spread difference as an argument
what I'm saying is a
neutral site game is, we got to be hunting them.
No, a team that is supposed to be a hunted football team who actually won a playoff game last year, won it on the road, first 2 seed to ever be 7 seed, took the number 1 seed to the brink of elimination, but that team now, the Green Bay Packers.
Put your money on it.
I put my money on the season. I'm putting my whole money on the season.
You talk a big game right now.
That's my whole point is this. This team, the way that they're talking, the way that they're feeling, the vibes that we get vibes about a team that's coming together and is on a mission, has a common goal. So that's why I'm excited about this Green Bay Packers season. We are not the hunted boys. We are the hunters.
Again,
and we're gathering wins this year.
We said they can internally talk about and as a team be hunters, but they will be looked at by others as the hunted. Very good, Ben. Way to get to it. Universal Windows Direct.
Oh, I love to talk about those windows at Universal Windows Direct. If you are thinking about getting some windows, you should do it with Universal Windows Direct, because I'm going to tell you this right now. They have their Super Spacer technology, and what it does is, KBN Nation, it helps keep the edge of the glass warmer. It holds the windowsill longer. It makes your windows last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. And here's the thing about it, is for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. You buy 2, you get 2. You buy 4, you get 4. There is absolutely no limit. Plus, there is 0% financing for 60 months. Yes, 0% financing for 5 whole years. Updating your windows with Universal Windows Direct also means you get extra protection from elements, a consistent temperature in your home, increased energy efficiency, and reduce heating and cooling costs, plus a quieter and more comfortable home. Make sure you schedule your free in-home estimate today by calling 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000. Tell them I told you to call and get an additional $250 off your next project. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com. That's UWD.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
We are live. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman in the 414 hour at 4 at Lady Jane's Haircuts, 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. You still can get a free haircut. You still can register to win VIP Milwaukee baseball tickets and $500. Come on down. Everyone who's walked in has loved the way they've walked out. I can speak from experience during the show. If you missed any of it, go to Wisconsin On Demand or YouTube. Kiki took care of me. I came in a hobo. I came out handsome. That's what Kyle Wallace said, and we'll be back live from Lady Jane's. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Aaron Rodgers being a nuisance again.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
Wow. Just wow.
Has he sound good? We've been practicing.
I did it all last week. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of my progress.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Still seeing delays on 4145 southbound. There's a crash at the ramp from Appleton Avenue blocking the right shoulder. Expect about a 5-minute delay between Highway Q and the zoo. Still seeing slowdowns on 43 southbound. That's between Silver Spring and Capitol, and northbound from downtown up through Capitol as well. On 94, most of the delays are heading westbound, starting downtown and heading well past the Stadium Interchange. 894 delays are starting at the Mitchell Interchange. Those continue past 60th Street. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging System, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com. Tonight, a slight chance for showers early, then mainly clear skies, a low of 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and warm, a chance for showers at night, a high of 85. This weather report is brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Find your Higher Love today, only 59 miles from Green Bay. Find higherlove.com/CBD. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light.
This is not like let's pretend there's competition so we can get our guy right. I think they have doubts about it, and he's going to have to earn it.
I'm not sure, even if you don't have to give up a ton to get DA back, I'm not so sure I want to mess with what we got and pay him that dollar amount.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Donald Driver and Cousin Subs are teeing up to offer you a chance to win a golf experience of a lifetime. From June 10th to July 21st, you can enter to win a foursome in the 4th Annual Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame Golf Outing at the Brute Golf Course in Lake Geneva on July 29th. The grand prize winner will also get a VIP meet and greet with Double D himself, breakfast and lunch, and 4 $100 Cousins gift cards. Enter today at cousinsubs.com/drive to win.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day service is available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. And 76, visit staples.com/print for details.
Homer here to tell you about Rawhide Youth Services. Co-founded in 1965 by Bart and Cherry Starr, Rawhide is a faith-based nonprofit that helps thousands of youth every year, many right here in Milwaukee, overcome trauma, suicidal thoughts, and live better lives. For youth who are hurting, who feel lost or abandoned, and families feeling powerless to help them, Rawhide is there to help. They also need vehicle donations to support their mission of helping hurting youth transform their future. Donate to Rawhide Youth Services. Visit rawhide.org/donate.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Yeah, we got so close to love, but you had to go and mess it up. Was it all too
It is that time of year in Wisconsin to get outside, be active, and enjoy yourself. But if you're dealing with joint pain of any kind, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back, you aren't able to do that. QC Kinetics, here to the rescue, to be able to help you finally get rid of that joint pain that you've been suffering with for far too long. It's a non-surgical joint pain relief solution by QC Kinetics. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. QC Kinetics is you're able to give you your life back, give you lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics uses their advanced treatments to harness your body's own ability to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. So that way, you can walk, you can run, you can play golf. Like me, I played golf last weekend. Cool. I might play golf this weekend. Stroking the ball down the fairway, of course. But if I didn't have loose and healthy hips and knees and shoulders and back, I wouldn't be able to do that. Finally, let QC Kinetics give you your life back to do what you want to do. They're a true pioneer in regenerative medicine, and it's finally time for you to enjoy the Wisconsin summer, be active, and get your life back. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
He's Brad Nortman. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace as well. We're live from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's the grand opening week at 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. Customers that are coming today, you're going to receive a free haircut, a chance to register for Milwaukee baseball tickets, and 500 smackaroos. You'll be treating a VIP, and I can talk about that from first experience. I got a haircut from Kiki. I walked in ugly, and it came out beautiful. I haven't walked out yet, but I'm still here, and I'm happy to be. Lady Jane's is wicked awesome. Walk in anytime, open 7 days a week. 800-990-3776 is your way to get into the show. Also on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. And as per usual, everything was good in Happy Land for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets until they got a little taste of what all Green Bay Packers fans had to deal with for what seemed like the last 3 years. Per Rich Kamini of covering the New York Jets on Twitter, Kamini, same thing. Aaron Rodgers is also not attending minicamp. It is not excused per head coach Robert Saleh. Therefore, he is subject to fine. Saleh and Rodgers had a previous engagement. Saleh had said Rodgers had a previous engagement that is important to him. I want to know your wrong answers only here. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. What is Aaron Rodgers' prior engagement for missing minicamp?
He's probably at a leadership conference. To me, that's where he would be. A leadership conference, teaching him how to be a leader because he's the farthest thing from a leader. He's a flake, and he's just so darn unlikable. I mean, this is all the reasons why I'm so glad when I hear Jordan Love. You know what? I'm seeing finally what a healthy culture looks like. It's like I was sick last week, guys. Tuesday and Wednesday, I was sick as a dog. I wasn't on the show. I didn't realize how sick I was until I experienced being healthy again. That is what I'm experiencing right now with the Green Bay Packers versus Aaron Rodgers.
I thought you were going to say Aaron Rodgers has just been sick the last 4 years, and he's still trying to figure out how to be healthy again.
Well, he's still trying to figure it out, and he's tried everything from darkness to ayahuasca. But he's probably at some he's definitely not at a leadership retreat because he doesn't even know what it looks like to be a leader.
Yeah, I think he's on a nice little trip. So you guys know I went to the White House, right? To get information.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. But I think Aaron Rodgers right now took an international trip to Geneva, Switzerland for him to go to the World Health Organization as him and Dr. Fauci traveled across the globe in order to have a conversation and talk about the breakthrough on something called COVID-toe. And he's working on some type of...
nice play. I didn't know where that was going to go, but getting to COVID-toe is funny.
They had a major breakthrough, and they're going to talk about, him and Dr. Fauci specifically, talk about this breakthrough they had with immunizations on COVID-toe.
My favorite one was a family reunion. It was, a lot of these can become political, but when you just hit to the fact that his family doesn't, the whole family thing continues to be just so weird.
It's super weird. And how about this one?
And look, my family, we're
every
in
family.
Flames.
Every family's wild.
But the way that it's transpired from The Bachelor with his brother and leaving a seat open for those who missed it, there was they had
what did he do?
There was a hometown visit where the Bachelorette, her name is JoJo. She's now married to Aaron's brother, Jordan Rodgers. They go on the show to the hometown to meet the family, and the girl can then meet Jordan's parents and brothers. And it was so dramatic that they left a open seat at the dinner table as a way of saying, this is where Aaron would sit.
Get out of here. That is wild.
Yeah, that was all part of drama. I'm sure the producers did it. But here's the thing. I remember when that happened, and I'm thinking, his family, they're probably asking her for money and knowing him. And now I am realizing the family isn't the problem. Aaron Rodgers has been the problem. He's the one. He's the issue.
This sounds like a man who is in a relationship with Aaron Rodgers as the Packers quarterback for quite some time, and you've been on a wild roller coaster with him.
Yeah, who doesn't believe that it's him and not his family?
Could you imagine Aaron Rodgers at a family Christmas?
Oh, he's probably
or a family Thanksgiving. He's just so unlikable. It's I need to get out of this room.
You guys don't know anything.
The 3 fingers of scotch. Hey, have you tried this scotch?
Just pontificating and being so arrogant over everyone else.
Have you heard about this new thing I discovered?
Yeah, he seems like an awful family
Pushing
member.
podcasts and books. And
Yeah,
everyone.
he would be. Hey, you got to listen to this podcast. That's just some wild thing. What if he is? We talked about this on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? That Pat Sajak no longer on the Wheel of Fortune hosting. What if he's auditioning for that? Because we know he loves being that Jeopardy guy that was since taken. What if he's trying out for the Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune's too lowbrow for him.
It is too lowbrow. It is. He's above that.
I know it's wrong answers only, but Ryan Seacrest is taking over that job.
Oh, really?
Did not know that.
Yeah, lowbrow for Ryan.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good fit.
That guy's had
does
every
not-
media job.
Every.
He has.
Everyone.
He's the busiest dude in media.
Now, I appreciate KBN Nation, 800-990-3776. Some of these I can't read, which is unfortunate.
Let me see
Unfortunate.
these.
Yeah, you can do this one. Aaron Rodgers' prior engagement is being a
female dog. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's aggressive.
That's from Mike in the 920.
Man, Mike
Again,
doesn't like
your
him.
your thoughts are all everyone's opinion matters here on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I mean, here's the thing.
God,
though.
that was too Gen Z of me.
You know, what I don't understand is this: is that shout out first off to Robert Saleh for calling him out.
Yeah.
But like, what is Aaron Rodgers doing? Dude, you literally missed an entire season of football, an entire season to really get to build chemistry, and instead of committing
But it's
yourself...
important to him.
Listen, there's a lot of things that are important, but sometimes you need to make sacrifices. If your goal at the age of 40 is to play football, sure, but his goal at the age of 40 is to prove he still has it and also win the Super Bowl. This is not Super Bowl championship mentality. I will say this single act right here proves and shows everything we need to know that the New York Jets ain't winning the Super Bowl this year, and they ain't winning the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers will never sniff another Super Bowl for the rest of his career because Aaron Rodgers does not care about the team. He cares about me more than he cares about we.
Well, and he says one thing and does another because he famously made this big statement last year about we got to keep all that BS stuff that's not in this locker room. We got to get it out. Everything that's not football, we got to get it out.
Well, let's
And look
get
what
it
he's
out,
doing.
Aaron. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Like if it's a prior engagement that's important to you, can we know? Like, why can't Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers be open? And shout out to Nick, who's walking away with the Gorman Thomas.
He walked away excited with
Great
that.
picture. I mean, when I talked to him, huge Wisconsin sports fan. And to
Love
walk
it.
out with that at Lady Jane's Haircuts is a big win. But getting back to it, right? Like, this is like, I know the trajectory or I don't know the storyline of Aaron Rodgers. I guess I'll go with right?
Character arc.
The character arc. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you,
Brad
Brad.
here for it.
That's what you're here for.
Yes.
Make me sound a little bit better than I attempt to be. It just like it continues to be something where you just start putting each piece together, and then you look back and you're like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. And we all have people in our lives, family, friends, where you continue to go down the line of like, all right, like keep they provide this value, but like I'm not getting it here. And then sooner or later you hit that breaking point, and then you look back and think how that relationship was never healthy and how one-sided it was. And that is what I'm sure Packer fans are feeling and how great it has to feel every day. You know, Strofe, I'll give you a second here. After talking about Aaron Rodgers, I just want to hear from Jordan Love at practice. Like, even the way he answered contract conversations after his fourth year of playing, after what he did with the Green Bay Packers last year, this is what Jordan Love sounded like. And I guess they're in different places in life, but it still speaks volumes of how Packer fans must feel about having Jordan Love.
Up after this new camp between now and July 22nd.
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, just what he said.
Are you optimistic that something could get done by then?
Yes.
What makes you optimistic?
This is what I've heard.
How have you handled this process in terms of, do you like to know what's going on and what's being said, or do you just try to disconnect from it?
What is that?
The process of what's going on in the contract negotiations.
Oh, yeah, I like to be in the mix.
And that's that?
That's that. Keep it short, yeah.
The reporters had no follow-ups. They couldn't get anything. He didn't give them an inch to follow up on something. every time Aaron Rodgers speaks, there's 10 different ways you can go and try and figure out what he's trying to get to.
And that's on purpose. He wants that to happen.
Every single time. It's a breath of fresh air to hear Jay Love. We'll continue to get Kyle's thoughts. We'll hear a conversation in the locker room about Kenny Clark and what he wants in his future of the Green Bay Packers as we're live from Lady Jane's Haircuts. But I got to tell you about IKEA, because IKEA is a great place in Oak Creek. We're in Oak Creek now. Right down the road is a place for you to get financing options for your great purchases. I'm telling you, IKEA has been amazing for me. You can get an IKEA credit card. You can get 5% back on IKEA purchases, $25 off your first IKEA purchase of $25 or more, a bonus $25 for making a $500 in qualifying purchase, 0 interest for 6, 12, or 24 months depending on the purchase size, no annual fee. IKEA accepts Afterpay, pay in 4 installment-free payments, pay 25% of the purchase at the time of purchase. They help you make the purchase and help make you have a better home with their products, passing savings on to you. Check out IKEA in Oak Creek. And speaking of Oak Creek, we're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Lady Jane's. You know the drill. You want to look good, you come here. It's a no-doubter, a no-brainer. Get in here now. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You agree with me?
I mean, Lola Bunny on your algorithm
I'm just
shaking her butt?
It's people on my Facebook sharing stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Lola the Bunny was kind of strapped.
Okay, here's as far as I'm... All I'll be able to say is I get why Bugs was so love drunk over Lola. I get it. That's as far as I can go to you.
Look at this. Look at this. Google Lola the Bunny.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Travel times are definitely slowing to a crawl ahead of the Brewers game on I-94 this afternoon. That's in both directions, starting downtown and on eastbound starting at 70th Street. Still seeing slowdowns on 41 southbound between Highway Q and the Zoo. Also looking at an incident on Highway 145 north at 4145 south. Expect lane closures there. And seeing the usual slowdowns on 43 north and southbound between downtown and Silver Spring, as well as 894 westbound heading out of the Mitchell Interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile long drag strip plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragaway.com. Tonight, a slight chance for showers, then mainly clear skies, a low of 60. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and warm, a chance for showers at night, a high of 85. Weather is brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The WeatherTech June Sprints is coming up June 21st through 23rd. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Jessica Gatso on 94.5 ESPN.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one. The one for you. The one forever. What's in it? Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women.
How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800. I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Grab a Coke and grab some cash with a Coca-Cola Summer Cash Grab, only from Quick Trip. Play daily in your Quick Rewards app for a chance to win up to $250,000. Earn extra chances to enter by purchasing any qualified Coke, Monster Energy, Powerade, Body Armor, Smart Water, or Core Power Elite products with Quick Rewards. Summer just got a whole lot cooler with Quick Trip and Coca-Cola. No purchase necessary. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman here to tell you about the grand opening of the newest Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Get a precision grand opening haircut for just $20. Lady Jane's in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
Spring into massive April savings with the Midwest #1 automotive leader at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealership. Get incredible spring cleaning sale pricing on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Greenfield and Oak Creek. Your April savings will blossom with incredible spring cleaning savings and discounts on our entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Cunis, we make it easy to find the vehicle of your needs, always at a price and payment that you can afford. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your ride. We're paying top Kelly Blue Book values on your trade, no matter what the mileage or condition. The weather's warming and the deals are getting hot at your Cunis Auto Group dealerships, the Midwest #1 automotive leaders. Spring is the season for savings, exclusively at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships, or shop online at shopcunis.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on 94.5 ESPN. Live from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek.
You gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little hope, you can't shame me when I am with you.
The Princeton Club in New Berlin is a fantastic place for you year-round. I talk about it from my fitness journey. I've done personal training. I also know that I'm at the cleanest health club in Wisconsin. It's open 24/7. They have free childcare with their membership. And the pool is amazing in the summer. I can't wait to bring the fiance and the baby girl to go swim in the pool. But also, if we want to leave the baby girl at home, Thursday night is adult pool night with live music at the pool. There's a bar there. It's year-round. And I always talk about when I'm there, they're upgrading something, so I always feel like I'm at the best place. You don't have to look around. Do I go somewhere else? No, they are always making it better for you. Spin bikes just came in. I was like, oh, those look beautiful. Not only beautiful, I'm sure they're great, too. Princeton Club of New Berlin. Find your better tomorrow. Have the courage to get a tour, and you will love it. Check them out. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace, Super Bowl 50 runner-up Brad Nortman. We're live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. Come get a haircut. You're going to look deliciously amazing like I do after Kiki gave me a fantastic haircut. Tons of prizes to give away as well. But, you know, we can probably move on from Aaron Rodgers for a lot of reasons because we have a ray of sunshine in Jordan Light. But the everlasting question.
Jordan who?
The third contracts in the NFL, especially with the Green Bay Packers. This on Twitter from John Miller of NBC 26. Entering the last year of his deal, Kenny Clark told him in the locker room that him and his camp and the Packers have talked about an extension that he wants to end his career in Green Bay. Are you in favor of the third contract for Kenny Clark?
Not particularly, if I'm going to be honest. He has.
You have to be honest.
Okay, I'll be honest, and I probably should be more declarative. No, I don't. I think there's a reason why Goody is going young. I think there's a reason why he prefers rookies. They're cheap. They've got a motor. They have something to prove. Kenny Clark's a good player, and the Packers need a lot of defensive linemen in this 4-3 system. But if you're going to give him a third contract, you're talking about paying him $25 million a year, something like that, $20 million a year.
You're going to tell him, hey, you know the checks that have Mark Murphy's name on it? You're going to get that check, but it's going to be half of what we're paying you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that you would want Kenny Clark to come back is on a team-friendly deal to where he's making somewhere between $8 and $13 million a year, because most big, well-known defensive linemen are going to make north of $20 million a year. I don't think he produces that.
Not happening. Listen, it's not happening. He's not coming back. There's no reason he should come back. Kenny Clark is a good football player, but for the money that he's going to want, he's not worth that contract. So it's not happening. Kenny Clark shouldn't be coming back. The Green Bay Packers have a history of not giving players the third contract, and he should not be any exception to that simply based off the production on the field. Is he a good football player? Absolutely. But is he a field tilter who should be making $25 million a year? Absolutely not. He's not even ranked in the top 20 defensive tackles last year by Pro Football Focus.
Now, Strophy, I did want to hit on the Kenny Clark thing quick. You played the Jordan Love audio, and
You know, there's a couple different perspectives that I'm hearing now outside of what we've talked about. I think you may share this, but Josh DiMaggio, producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, has voiced his thoughts on the personal talk and text line. So let's hear again from Jordan Love. It's not long audio, but this is him talking with reporters about his impending contract.
Sense that things will pick up after this new camp between now and July 22nd?
Yeah, I think they should. Just what he said.
Are you optimistic that something could get done by then?
Yes.
What makes you optimistic?
This is what I've heard.
How have you handled this process in terms of, do you like to know what's going on and what's being said, or do you just try to disconnect from it?
What is that?
The process of what's going on in the contract negotiations.
Oh, yeah, I like being in the mix.
And that's that?
That's that. In short, yeah. It is.
Strofe, your overall takeaway from that sound. Producer Alex Strofe, host of Mr. Irrelevant Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays on YouTube at 12:30.
He sounds irritated. He's done talking about it. We played audio from Jordan Love a few weeks ago when he was initially asked about it when OTAs began, and he sounded irritated then. He sounds more irritated now. He's just over it. He wants to sign the paper, get it done with, so he can talk about ball instead of talk about a contract that hasn't been presented to him yet. I think he just sounds over it.
So, Strofe, what is he most impatient with? What is he most over? The questions about it or the organization?
No,
in your opinion,
it's the questions. It's not.
Okay.
I don't think there's any issue. This ain't Aaron Rodgers we're talking about, Bradley. We're talking about Jordan Love. The guy loves Green Bay. He loves Goody and LaFleur and everybody else that's involved with that. I guess I can't speak to his relationship with Russ Ball very well, but I imagine they're all good too.
I would say that he isn't over it. I would just say, as Brad alluded to earlier, he's just a well-coached guy. He knows he's not supposed to say too much, and so he doesn't want to show too much emotion because they are negotiating. But, again, I think we should be excited for the fact that it seems like the Green Bay Packers are on the same timeline with their future franchise quarterback. I think he's fine.
Yeah,
well, let's be honest.
He just wants to be about that action, boss, like Marshawn Lynch wants.
About
right?
that
like
action.
That's where Jordan Love is. He wants to talk ball. He wants to talk about the receivers. He wants to talk about the tight ends. He wants to talk about Josh Jacobs. He doesn't want to talk about this because he doesn't have answers. I don't know how much he's actually within the discussion, although he said there the longest answer he gave was, I like to be in the mix. That's 7 words.
Yeah.
Longest answer he gave.
And nobody particularly likes broadcasting salary or money talks or negotiations. And something tells me about Jordan Love's personality that he particularly doesn't like it.
Jordan Light to you, Brad.
Jordan Light, as Ben Brust says it earlier in the segment.
Jordan
Guys,
Light.
I'm not perfect.
Your haircut is.
It sure
It's
is.
clean, man. It's clean.
It is clean. We're live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek, and I wanted to get the Strophe perspective, and you can hear more from Strofe on Mr. Irrelevant tomorrow on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. So that's at 12:30. You can catch our guy, Mr. Irrelevant, where he's relevant sometimes here. But in terms of investing, Brad, you know where to go.
You sure do, because we're talking about money, we're talking about contracts. Well, there's only one place that you got to go when it comes to a local community bank, and that's Bank 59. That's because their mission, listen to this, their mission is not to make more money, not to do this and that. It is to simply make lives better. That includes their customers. So when you would bank with them, they make sure that everything is safe, dialed in. You got exactly what you need to feel protected and safe for the money that you worked hard for and earn a great return. But make lives better for their community through volunteerism and serving and generosity. They're all over the place in generosity and serving, but that also includes their employees. They were honored again by being a top workplace for Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. That makes 15 years in a row, and they were named the #1 mid-size employer in the region. So if you're looking to be a customer, if you want to be just a generous beneficiary of their community of making lives better, or an employee, you got to check out my friends at Bank 59. Bank 59 is making lives better all over southeastern Wisconsin. Bank 59, equal opportunity employer. Check out bank59.com/careers and bank59.com, member FDIC.
Last time we spoke with John Anderson about the Jordan Love situation, I think Jordan Love had spoke to the media. John Anderson called it a nothing burger. I'm not going to give any context. I'm going to play the audio, and I want John Anderson of ESPN's raw reaction. He joins us before the Homer Hour, live from Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait.
What?
Wait. My mind is
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. What did I say?
Unacceptable.
My mouth and brain
Unacceptable.
are like not working
Unacceptable. What did I say?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Baseball's most storied rivalry takes center stage this weekend on ESPN Radio. It's the Red Sox hosting the Yankees.
Go! Absolutely hammered by Aaron Judge of the Yankees.
Here it is. Swing and a ground ball there. It's going to win it for the Red Sox. Wong comes around.
Our coverage begins at 5:30 Saturday night. We are your home for Major League Baseball's biggest games. 94.5 ESPN.
The Volrath Company implemented a DocuWare content management solution from James Imaging Systems. Volrath Director of Information Systems, John Sharp.
They've helped us upgrade from a previous version of our document management to automate our accounts payable processes, to store the invoices, to the three-way match, and really streamline those processes.
In addition to a DocuWare content management solution, the key to continued success is the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
And as an extension of our team, they've got intimate knowledge of why we've done some of the things that we do. And when we run into any issues, they're there to support us.
A DocuWare content management solution from the James Imaging Systems Solutions Group.
They know exactly where we are in our project cycle so that we've always got continuous improvement.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I'm not surprised he's staying at UConn. I'm surprised how easy the Lakers made his decision. 7 years, $100 million. It's $14.3 million a year. They did not offer him close to that. They offered him $11.7 million a year, which in today's day and age for elite coaches and to get a guy off of a program like that, it's not going to get it done. That's what surprised me, is that we thought for 24 to 48 hours, wow, the Lakers are doing things differently. They're actually going to pay their coaches. They're going to step up financially. No, they didn't. They did exactly what you would have expected they were going to do, which is pay kind of fine numbers. You can't get a guy off of a two-time back-to-back championship team for less than Monty Williams and right around Mike Budenholzer. What are you doing? This wasn't a real offer to get him away from college.
Free is key during Craftsman Days at Lowe's. Right now, get one free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, get your choice of a V20 drill or impact driver kit for $69. Don't miss your chance to save on the high-quality, high-performance tools you need during Craftsman Days. Because Lowe's knows tools. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/19 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're all pumped up to start a home remodeling project, but the day you plan to start...
And then the next day comes. You have a dentist appointment, one kid needs a ride to practice, your mom is stopping by.
Forget it. Your busy life is already hectic enough. You need Professional Construction, Inc.
Jen Latta always talks about how pleased she is with PCI's team.
And our expert team can remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, home additions, and more.
Commercial projects? No problem. We have you covered there as well.
Visit us at ProfessionalConstructionInc.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, live from Lady Jane's and Oak Creek for their grand opening on 94.5 ESPN.
Can't seem to let you go. See, I've been waiting.
Oh, the show's almost a wrap. I might head home. I might do a little bit of a jog outside. I didn't get a workout in this morning, so I think I'm going to do a run around the neighborhood a little bit. I wouldn't be able to do that, though, If I had pain in my knees, my hips, my shoulders, or my back, yes, it would keep me from enjoying everything I love about summer. Enter QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics can help you with your joint pain to get rid of it for finally long-lasting pain relief so you don't have to suffer any longer. Non-surgical joint pain relief is here with QC Kinetics. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Long-lasting joint pain relief with QC Kinetics regenerative medicine. They use their advanced treatments to harness your body's own ability to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. So you can do things in this beautiful Wisconsin summer, like play golf, go for a run like I will tonight, and walk. Go to a Brewer game, walk around the concourse, whatever it is. Don't let your joint pain hold you back. QC Kinetics will give you your life back. Don't put it off any longer. Take action now and start living your best life in the Wisconsin summer. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
He is Brad Nortman, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's grand opening week at 8880 South Howell Avenue in Oak Creek. First 94 customers receiving a free haircut. Plus, I'm looking at it. People are filling out a chance to win VIP Milwaukee baseball tickets and 500 buckaroos. You are treated like a VIP, and I can tell you that because I got my haircut live on the show today. So go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee to watch that back, to see Kiki turn me from ugly to beautiful. I believe it happened. Like you guys saw me.
It's confirmed.
It happened.
Man. You're a handsome
Walk
shit
in
now.
anytime, open 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it is wicked awesome. Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman before the Homer Hour is John Anderson of ESPN. How much longer can I say of ESPN? I mean, you're going to always be formally of ESPN.
By the looks of it, what's today? Vince Lombardi's birthday? 17 more days.
17 more days of John Anderson. So many memories, so many moments I'm sure you all can think of. But I do want to get the perspective of John Anderson because when we played audio of Jordan Love in his first conversation in the locker room, he called it a nothing burger. And actually looking back, John Anderson was right. But I do want to play audio from and you can hear your guy Bob Domofsky in there as well this time, John. They ask a lot of questions to Jordan Love about his contract. I want your reaction to this.
After this new camp between now and July 22nd?
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, just what he said.
Are you optimistic that something could get done by then?
Yes.
What makes you optimistic?
This is what I've heard.
How have you handled this process in terms of, do you like to know what's going on and what's being said, or do you just try to disconnect from it?
What is that?
The process of what's going on with the contract negotiations.
Oh, yeah, I like being in the mix.
And that's that?
That's that. In short, yeah. It is.
And that's that. What say you, John Anderson?
What is it they say? When you're losing, say very little, and when you're winning, say less.
Oh, wow. Powerful. Man, you got all the lines.
You are the wisdom.
I still think to this day, John, every day that I wake up, I tell my now fiance, I love you.
Yep.
And then when I go to bed, I say, I'm sorry. That has been the best advice I've ever been given.
I was going to say, how's that going for you? Is it good?
She said yes.
Yeah, she said yes
true. That's
to the
going
ring.
right.
So it must have been a week before I started using that, and then she said yes. So there it is.
Yeah. No, he just sounds like a guy that it sounds like it's close, and there's no reason to say anything that might get in the way of that between now and the time they put the document in front of you to sign. I do think it is funny. Like he's like, well, that's what I've heard. Like, I don't know about you guys, but and I had an agent when I did my stuff, but I kind of always wanted to know where it was. I always kind of felt like I knew where it was.
Yeah.
Like, at no point did they call and just go, okay, it's done. And I'm like, okay, well, what did we come up with, So, but I think he's just, it seems like that's his demeanor in general. But I just think he's kind of like, all right, well, when it's done, it's done. And right now we're not quite there. And there's no reason to try and boil up anything by saying something dumb.
And I don't advise the Homer method. I heard him with you say, I didn't age you once. I just told him, just call me when you have it done.
That is classic Homer. And John, from one Packer quarterback to the former Packer quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, I just got to know, what was your reaction when you saw that he was not reporting to the Jets training camp, inexcused, and a frustrated Robert Saleh was at the podium?
I love it. I love it and I love it for the same reason that when the Jets had Brett, and in the summer after his first year, he was undecided. And in 1 year, they all get up in arms like, what do you mean? How are we supposed to know what to go on? Like, he's undecided. How are we supposed to build a team? Or now this is Aaron, and you're like, people, this is what Packer fans lived with for a decade. Or at least for Brett for 3 or 4 years of indecision. And this has happened to you once, and now you're all bent out of shape. And so I just think good for them in that they got to kind of experience what Packer fans have had to deal with for some time now, And so, hopefully there's a lot of wins and touchdown passes, but you also got to deal with a bunch of this other stuff. And if you're gonna get wound up about it every day, you're gonna have a lot of long days, man.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely refreshing, John. It's definitely refreshing having Jordan Love as the quarterback versus actually having Aaron Rodgers.
Coming up next on ESPN. Wait, did you guys say 20 seconds? Are you guys panicking?
Well, I was going to say that you've got to close down the program, Ben.
I can do it. Yeah. 20 seconds, John. There's going to be plenty of John Anderson. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Yeah. He ain't going anywhere. No. He ain't going anywhere. He's on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6. I'll be listening on my drive home. Come to Lady Jane's in Oak Creek. You can win $500 Milwaukee baseball tickets. They're open till 8 p.m. Come on by, register, get a haircut. Homer Hour up next with John Anderson.